those days, regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the On the Money Sports Lounge, it is another edition of On the Money Podcast with the Jersey Triad coming to you live in living color.
Y'all see the tipping.
As only we can from the lounge where the drafting will be going down a little more than a month from now because we are headed into fantasy draft season. We are in the middle of the All-Star break for baseball. So for me, that means the official start of draft season, of, dare I say, mock season as we start to get into it. The draft dates, the draft boards, the getting everybody together, the intertwining of leagues, making sure that the time zones don't intersect. Is it going to be live? Is it going to be online? We're getting all that situated so that on draft day itself, all you have to worry about is stopping to grab some ice, maybe a couple more cold ones, and going to the destination where you will be drafting your championship teams.
I'm sorry, I hope you suck this year.
It's not happening. Are you guys?
You guys been praying on my downfall for the last couple of years, and I've just been proving you guys wrong at every turn. So.
You had your babyface title run already.
No, I'm here now. It's over. Now the beard is in. It was the babyface title. Now the beard is in. Yeah. I'm here for war. I'm ready for action.
Got your name.
I got my Kobe. I got my Mamba mentality going on. I'm ready to, take shit to the next level.
You got your sticker on the belt forever.
That's right.
It cannot be removed.
Never.
It cannot be spray painted,
never.
erased, scraped off. Nothing.
Never say ever, never.
It shall be on there until it's time for us to get a new belt because we can't fit enough names on it.
That's right, David.
History shall remember you as league champion, the On the Money Sports League champion.
The Obijan. It's funny. My name across the multiverse of leagues that I have has always been the Stick Up Kids. You guys know that. And the Obijan Kenobis were the ones to.
Was that the year you changed your name?
Yeah. Last year, I changed a lot of names last year.
The year before, you made it into the playoffs, right?
I did. Yeah. I did. Yep. But yeah, the
Obijan. So this is the build-up.
Hey, it's the Lord of the Rings now, man.
Yeah, he changed that. Stroud's on the bench.
Stroud is on. He went from the number one pick for me.
Yes, he was.
To getting benched for Cam Ward. So
you started Dynasty 2.0 with trading too out of the second and third round.
Yeah, to get 2 picks in the first round. Those 2 picks were C.J. Stroud and Garrett Wilson. How ugly was that? Looking back at it now, it's like the ugliest 2 first-round picks you could have possibly.
Kind of like the conversation that we're going to have today, because we're going to start to break down the wall of football talk by breaking down the quarterback tiers and where these guys are and where they are, where we see them, the projection, dare I say,
right,
and then what unfolds during the season that none of us have predicted or written down or anything. You know what I mean? Who's going to exceed the expectations? Who's going to tear up? Who's going to tear down? Some of those same conversations of I benched Stroud for Cam Ward. Like there's going to be more of those conversations with different names inserted in them. Who are you going to run with? Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson. Like the comparisons are inevitable.
Depending on where you're at in your draft and where, that.
Well, remember our tiers too. The tiers are also for regular NFL reasons, but we're also going to give you
the fantasy implication.
I mean,
of that
for me,
player.
I base these tiers solely off of fantasy.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
And that was more me. I kind of had to learn how Oscar would do it because he would do it based off of like
what they actually
regular
do.
season. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm looking at.
For my mind, it's like I can't help but see the fantasy numbers at the same time because they kind of intertwine.
I think that's what we're here to do and kind of talk about. Next month we'll break down divisions. That's geared towards a different style of conversation.
But it's also going to be differing opinions on the fact that in our minds we're thinking about those quarterbacks that can run and throw. You know what I mean?
Right.
But based on reality football, we're still going to be thinking about those quarterbacks that can run and throw because of what they add. That's more yards. That's more potential touchdowns.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I also looked at my tiers too. You got to take in the injuries for the last couple of years for certain players.
Yeah, injuries will always.
You can't keep them up in a high tier if they're not on the damn field.
Yeah,
that's just the honest truth.
Hey,
right?
McCaffrey stayed on the field last year, right?
Yeah,
he did.
Yes,
he did.
Right?
He did.
And shout out to the guy who called us a Mickey Mouse League because we were questioning where CMC would go in a 2 quarterback league
Who
when
called
we're
us the Mickey Mouse League?
I was in TikTok. I take all comments. I don't care, bad, good, doesn't
The
matter.
Mickey Mouse League.
Somebody called us a chode podcast. Of course, you would know what a chode looks like
The Mickey Mouse
because
League
he has one.
with the
And
longest
whoever heard that,
line.
you know who you are.
The longest line to get into the league is the On the Money Sports
gotta
League with
understand,
the most prestigious championship.
If you're still playing a 10-man single quarterback league, you're soft.
That means
you're trying to keep loaded rosters.
That means
That's
you
what
need
it comes down
to have quarterbacks on the bench
Yeah.
to feel good about yourself.
You're
You need
keeping loaded rosters. Like those waiver wires are probably crazy good. It's not what we do here.
Or you're
Yeah,
gonna draft.
yeah,
You're gonna
unless
draft
you
4 or
draft.
5 quarterbacks in a
I think
redraft
it should be
league, where it's a
mandatory.
1
I
QB
think
league.
every 10-man league, it should be no less than 2 quarterbacks starting. That's been my opinion
Yeah.
forever.
You know, the
Or you have
pushback.
extra
The
flexes,
only
too.
time that you should have 1 quarterback is if you're in a 12-team or a 14-team league. That's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
You know the pushback that we got when we were trying to push the 2.
Oh, it took
42
years.
leagues. And, yeah, it took
Nobody wanted to
years.
adjust. They still want to vote on it.
Bro, Rasul's still
That
trying to
could
bring
be
back
why-
the kickers.
That could be why the league, is in flux.
Not our league.
Because the old guard.
Not our leagues.
Nah,
Our leagues are thriving. Our leagues
all
are
the
thriving.
money sports. When I decided to get rid of kickers and make it 2 quarterback, it made sense. It's 10 teams. The waivers were too thick.
pod.
The rosters were too blue. I said, nah, we got to I want hard decisions made.
No, having that quarterback in a 10-man league makes things.
It should be
super
automatic. Even you got regular fantasy guys, the experts, the Matt Berries and all that are talking about 2 quarterback league should be for 10
It's the
teams.
way.
Yeah.
All those
It
mock
is.
drafts they're doing online are super flex drafts.
Right.
Like it's
Well, that's what they
become
call it, the super flex.
Yeah.
But it's a two
still
QB
QB.
league.
Yeah,
You know
at
what
the
I
end of
mean?
the
Like,
day, it's 2
it's a
QB.
2 QB
Super
league.
flex.
You're not.
You're trying to put a fancy name on it.
You're not
so
reinventing
it's
the
great.
wheel. But what you just said, the challenge of making you think differently. At the end of the first round, start of the second round, you need 2 quarterbacks, but you got a star running back sitting there. You got a star wide receiver. Like, what are you going to do with your build? What's your top 3 going to look like? What can you secure in your top 3? Because I don't know.
Step on an ant.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but it feels like the running back is coming back. Where people are talking themselves into maybe doubling
Running
up
backs
on
are
it,
going top
you know?
5 now in
Yeah,
drafts.
History is
We went
repeating itself as
history.
we see it.
It's a trend. It's,
Yeah.
running backs are getting paid. Teams are running the football more.
Yep.
Fantasy championship weekend. Look what Bijan and Henry did.
Yeah.
You know, they carried people to championships.
And if you
Off
were
crazy
smart enough,
production.
like a few of us were, to draft both those guys,
Oh,
some of you walked away feeling very champion-like.
yeah. To say the
Or
least.
you drafted in the backgrounds Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow.
The champ!
Yeah.
You see the
I
shirt?
did.
You see the shirt?
Oh, let me show this.
So where's my? By the way, I can see everything.
Show this
Sound
on the
good.
forum.
I'm just saying, in a 2 QB league, super flex, whatever you want to call it, it's okay to question if McCaffrey goes in the first round or second round.
Yeah.
And third, possibly, because you're talking about 2 quarterbacks. You're trying to get, and the first 5 to 6 picks are going to be elite wide receivers, running backs going. Maybe 1 quarterback, Josh Allen.
Some leagues
Now,
will
if you're
have
in the
multiple-
back half, you're probably looking at the other quarterbacks, the Lamar Jacksons, the Drake Mays.
Do you have a picture
You're
of last year? I would love to see a picture of
I
last year's
got
on the
it
Money
somewhere.
Sports, because
I have a picture.
I feel like the only reason why I was able to get Bijan at 6 is because multiple quarterbacks were taken within
2
those
got
first
picked
5,
up,
right?
right?
Yeah.
I gotta pin this.
Those 2 quarterbacks getting taken in the first 5 picks set everything up for me.
So
You know what I think people's problem is, though? They don't play the board enough. They go
It's
into
true.
the draft saying to themselves, I have to do this in this round. I have to do this in this round. Instead of looking at what's right in front of you and seeing the value, you lose out on value because in your mind, it's like, if I don't get my second running back by now, oh my God, like you're worried about shit. That it's like, I get being worried about that, but also if you've been playing in the same leagues with the same people for years, you should know by now, you got to play the board because some of these people, you got your sharks in your league, you got your people who are going to be patient, you got your people who are going to reach, and you have to go into it understanding and respecting what's actually happening. Yes, somebody just changed the game and got the first quarterback off the board. Does that mean you take one, or do you just,
stick to your guns?
look at what just fell to you?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
people
stick
don't
to your
look at what
guns.
falls to them, and they're just like, I'm gonna reach down here for something that I could have gotten later anyway. You know, a mistake that I made a lot when I was still trying to learn like the intricacies of how to like build a team. Like I like the saying of you can't win your league on draft day, but you can lose it on draft day.
Yeah, like, it's very true. You know, it's funny. I literally told that to Hob today.
I've lost draft day a lot of times
because he was telling me stuff that other people would tell him. Like, dude, fuck all that noise, man. Like, you don't win your league on draft day. People were telling him that he has to draft better. And to a certain extent, yeah.
You got to draft better, but you got to get your core guys right.
Right. You got to get your core guys
right.
Your
wide receiver one, your running back one, and your QB one have to be right.
Yeah.
Everything else can be complementary.
See,
and then you got to play the waiver wire.
Exactly.
When you are waiver wire priority number one, don't let it pass by because you're looking at your roster. I don't want to get rid of nobody. It's okay to look at it and go, I see the potential here. I'm going to do it.
Magoo. What it do?
At the end of the day.
Play the waiver wire.
Yeah. So I told
all of it is all encompassing.
So Hav has the 5th pick and 6 picks. He's really thinking CMC because it's probably gonna,
I've already told him don't do it.
I tell him how I feel about CMC all the time, that I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. But I told him my train of thought, if I were to take CMC, and this is just me, that if I take CMC at the 5th pick in a 12-man league, I'm probably gonna go running back again in that 2nd round because I need an insurance for him. That's how.
Or you're picking the backup in later rounds.
But then you lose out on that 2 rounds of the
wide receiver, and that's what I told him.
Jefferson.
Yeah, and that's what I said. So then do that, you're missing out on possibly 25 different wide receivers.
Take it a step further in a 2 quarterback league. Who knows how many picks him that early?
Yeah.
Now you're leaving quarterbacks available.
Yeah.
Or quarterbacks go early in the first. You're 8, 9, 10. You're going shit. Maybe I need to go get my quarterback now. And then it drops players to the next play.
Right. And now you're getting Kenneth Walker in the 4th or 5th round because the quarterbacks went so high.
You see Lamar, Josh, Drake May go in the first 7 picks. You're not going to tell me you're going to start thinking like, shit, maybe I should pick Burrow in this upcoming thing. Or maybe
me personally, I wouldn't, but I get why guys would.
And it's interesting. You guys
people are going to think like that, though.
Yeah.
Me, I'm going to look at it and go, so that means this guy's available. This guy's available. Shit, at 10 and 11, if those 2 are there, I'm just gonna go back to back and grab them.
There's so much focus on the first 2 rounds, and we don't.
No,
really
do I have it?
Because
I don't got
players that fall.
But I do want to watch it. I heard it's really good. That 3-part.
Oh yeah, I watched it. I told you about it. Yeah, I watched.
Is that what you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, they started out. Those are the first 3 episodes, so it's dominated by the rise and fall of TNA story, and it's a good story. It's definitely
because the TNA on now isn't the same. Isn't the Jeff?
Oh yeah, they're going through rebrandings and change, but like just to hear the like all of it, you know what I mean? Like it was interesting. It's just like hearing the rise and fall of the WCW thing. It's just this was just a fresh coat of paint because it was just a company that you grew up watching, and now you're getting like a little bit of a behind the scenes.
I mean, hey,
if they do a good job.
2026, bro. They started in 02. They're still here.
I gotta look at what the rest of the
think
season
about that. Nobody thought they were gonna last this long, and they did.
And I appreciate them because now it's a slow period. It's the All-Star break.
So TNA was pretty fun. I used to like.
Well, everybody had the box. None of us really had.
Between that and between
I was watching that shit every Wednesday at $10.
X-Men and Dark Side of the Ring have been holding me down.
X-Men was meant today.
I liked it.
I was not impressed with it. I'm not trying to do spoilers. I was underwhelmed.
I felt like it was setting up for what's to come.
I felt like they rushed. I felt like they rushed that whole storyline. I felt that storyline should have played out throughout the season.
You think so?
Absolutely, because dude, in the comics, it didn't go that quickly. It went a while because I don't want to give spoilers away, but that said person started going through changes to the point that the person that's the antagonist this season is the one who got him his thing back, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So I thought that was going to play into it, and then it didn't. So I was like, oh, so does that mean the other thought that I have about another character? Are they going to go that route, or is that cat gone?
Interesting.
So these last couple of days, like with the All-Star break going on, I've been back on football. Like
I'm so glad I didn't watch the All-Star game
videos. It's not worth mentioning.
I had
So I got my Fantasy Pro stuff lined up. And by the way, Joe Pisapia, we're gonna miss you.
Joey P.
He's like
man.
the voice of Fantasy Pros.
Yeah, I was
starting his own thing. Or
I don't know. So the
I don't
episode I watched today, they didn't really specify. They were just letting the people know that he's just not with the company anymore.
Shout out to you
That's the
for
reasons why. I have no idea.
helping me through the last few years. You
Seriously.
So you were listening to it, but did you hear it?
know? Yeah. Volume all the way up too.
Volume all the way up.
Yeah, I was falling asleep.
Just because you listened to it doesn't mean you heard it.
That's very true.
Today they were doing
Very true.
the dynasty trade block. So there, the buys and sells, all those conversations are happening right now. But when you guys were talking earlier, it made me think, and it's something that we've discussed before, but it's like the amount of focus on that first and second round and not thinking about the potential T. Higgins and Kenneth Walkers that just fall, in those spots where you might be stressed out about what you did in the first or second round, but you don't know what's going to happen round 4, round 5. You could find your crown jewel. You could find your RB1 thinking you're grabbing your RB2.
Right.
Just based on how things play out during the football season. You know what I mean? Like the value. There's some disgusting names out there, the Javonte Williams and Tony Pollard of the world that, hey, that's a starting running back on a Sunday, bro. When those bipocalypse come knocking, you're going to be grateful for having somebody at that goal line that, vultured you a little touchdown to give you 13 points. What, the board?
Mm-hmm.
It's another great ritual.
Oh, wait, this is the True Love. And I'll be staring at that chart. That was a great.
Made the chip there. Got a nice little $750 for that.
I didn't pick a quarterback
750.
last year at the 1 spot until round 5.
I don't remember that
My
draft
first
too
4
well,
picks were Jamar Chase, Puka, Genty, and Omarion Hampton.
Solid picks.
I went Prescott, Metcalf, Harvey, Merritt, Stafford, Kraft, CJ Stroud,
Proud of you, man.
Jacoby Myers, Austin Eckler, Darnell Mooney, Dylan Sampson, Tampa
Yeah,
Bay,
no, I know who he is.
Dallas Goedert, and Brandon Ayuk. And Brandon Ayuk never played.
Those picks. Oh God, Brandon Ayuk. What is happening with that? What is that? What is going on with him?
Remember when I remember me and Alexi were talking about that draft earlier this week, and he was like, I hated your draft, Oscar. I was like, yeah, but I still made it to the finals. He goes, I don't.
On sports.
Yeah, he goes, you had all rookie running backs except one. I was like, and they brought me all the way to the
You gotta
finals.
let it marinate. Sometimes walking away from the draft board that day, it's gross. It's all gross. You're looking at the team, you're looking at other people's teams, and you're just like I just lost the draft today.
I mean,
it just doesn't look
like that.
It doesn't look
day,
sexy. Yeah, because no football's happened. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is.
I know you didn't. You feel like that last year leaving the East Coast?
Yeah, I was not. I didn't.
I think I heard you say ill like 4 times, putting stickers on the board.
I stuck quiet.
Yeah, last year during the East Coast draft, he must have said ill like 4 times.
Because I felt like I was just constantly backed into a corner in that draft. Lo and behold, I started out 5-0.
Elon fucking Felix.
Like I started out 5-0, and I kept myself at the top. I had a couple speed bumps. It was really the bye weeks that kicked my ass because those weeks where 6 teams are off really puts a dent in your lineup.
Yeah, the bye weeks this year are a little wild.
I managed to navigate to a championship in a league where I wasn't thrilled about the draft, and then there's other leagues where all the money sports. Man, I got it.
This
and
draft board was
didn't even win 4 games.
Like, you can't see shit
I
on
hate
this.
it. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh, gross.
Very shiny. Hopefully the draft boards aren't as shiny this year.
That was me trying to be fancy. That was the most expensive draft board I ever bought. I will never spend that much on the draft board ever again.
Yeah,
it's just one of them custom ones.
Bro, I paid for me and you bought the same one.
Yeah, it was
I'll never buy that dump again.
Trophy Smack.
Yeah,
Trophy Smack.
I'll never buy that dump again.
It's crazy because they have good championships. Like they're
they're trophies.
They're trophies.
They got to wear
that board was trash. Honestly, I'm about to be cheap as shit.
Stop making your shit so bright.
Yeah, if I do it,
you should see the board I'm looking at. You guys are gonna like, what a cheapskate you are.
Hey, I mean,
but you know what? All I'm gonna do is throw it away.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna have it hung up for the first month of the season. Then I take it down.
Right. Let me make sure that I'm still sharing the pod
right here
and making sure
$18
bucks.
I almost bought that one last year. Yeah.
$18, bro.
Yeah.
What does it matter?
Yeah, no, it doesn't, man. It definitely doesn't.
What does it matter?
Especially with all the
It matters
time
the day of.
Power mode.
We get a nice pic of it. We all stand in front of it. You know, we look at it after. You know, we dwell on some of our choices.
Yeah.
I like this team. I don't like this team. Remember? Oh, I like that
Remember
team.
when Nick's friends would come over after we were done and who drafted here? Oh, that's bad.
Grading.
I remember last year they were looking at my like, oh, I don't know
Remember
about
that year at
that.
the barbershop where we drafted and some random dude walked in and he goes, "Yo," somebody asked him to like rank our everybody's team.
Yeah.
He chose Elon's team as the best team.
Yeah.
Oh, that had to piss Willie off.
Yeah, it did. He was also drunk.
Did he win the championship?
Not since I've been in the league with him.
He made it. Who eliminated him in the playoffs last year? Elon?
I did. I went on a tear. I sent everybody's ass home last year.
Mike, did you make the playoffs?
In
East Coast? No,
I don't think so.
Your roster was.
How about Matt?
It was a drizzling shit. Not Matt might have been worse than me.
Matt went a little crazy with the whole tight end premium thing. And
But it wasn't even like
more-
tight end premium.
Yeah,
Like
it's just 1.25. He thought it was some DOA shit.
at the 4, he went Bowers, and then he just had no
Did y'all
one. I've
laugh?
done that.
Yes, we
Yeah,
were all-
yeah, we still laugh about
Like,
it.
what the fuck? We were like, oh, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
We weren't even completely past the turn of the first round, and people were giving him shit.
Yeah.
Just
he's sitting there like,
Oh, he-
what do you mean?
He was like, tight end premium, right?
I think he realized he fucked up when he was looking at the board.
Because this is
and
how he
saw
does
other
it. This is
people.
body language. What do you mean?
Because he didn't
on.
trigger anybody else to go get McBride. Like everybody just kept doing,
Yeah, what they want.
you know what I mean? Because people like locked in that league. Like it could be one of the wildest drafts, but then some nights it's like everybody's dialed in, and that was one of those drafts last year where everybody was kind of sniping and going after their guy because that level of competition on draft day, it's like you want the money, bro. You want the trophy. You want the
Last
glory.
year's drafts, I was patient, bro.
Yeah, I tried to be.
I have never been that patient drafting my entire life. And when I got to
It
Nick's
works out
house,
sometimes.
I told myself, patience, play the board. Don't start. The only reach I made was like the 6th or 7th round for Ibuka. That's it. But I looked like a genius for the first month and a half of the season because he was putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Then he just tailed off.
Big time. It was so
After the
bad.
Eagles game.
Yeah.
After that big ass game he had against the Eagles, he just tailed off.
Yeah, that
Mecca?
was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him this year.
I like him this year.
I think he'll do
I
his
also
thing.
like McMillan. Jalen McMillan.
Yeah.
I like him a
Yeah,
lot.
with no Mike Evans there, I think those two guys should have plenty of opportunity. to
I
play,
think the
so.
third wheel is going to be Chris Godwin. That's just me.
It's a pretty good third roll to have.
It is.
No, it's a great
It
deal
is.
to have.
Godwin's going to be in the slot.
Because you know he's going to eat up all that shit in the
Yeah,
middle.
Yes,
yeah,
he is.
I was gonna
Godwin's
say
going to go to
that.
the slot.
I
The
think
other-
he'll fuck around and beat him.
McMillan's going to be your big deep play threat because he's the tallest out of all of them.
Right. But I think he's going to be Mr. Reliable, Godwin.
It makes Baker
He's going to be the third down guy. Like he's going to,
I wouldn't be surprised if he actually like outpaces McMillan and Luka and like targets.
I wouldn't be surprised at that. But I think yardage wise, I think the two of them are going to hit 1,000 apiece.
It's possible. But if one of them don't,
Because the one thing
Godwin
that's
will get it.
hindering Godwin is just the injuries.
Right.
It'll be like the middle of October. He's leading the team in receptions and yards. Chris freaking Godwin.
Yeah,
who
no, it's
is
gonna
this
happen,
year
bro.
going to be getting taken in round what? 8, 9?
Maybe.
9?
I think
And-
Because the other two names look more appealing.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
If
potential
you're
of wide
picking
receiver
Godwin
2
early
numbers.
because you're going off a name.
Yeah.
You don't have to,
You're going
though.
off
You don't
an
have
area.
to pick him early.
No, you don't.
People are going to pick Ibuka early.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They'll panic pick him
I
when they
think
see
they'll pick him,
Chase and
yeah,
Jefferson
yeah.
come off the
I
board.
Ibuka's going to get picked high in draft,
And
Yeah, I think
Puka,
he'll get
which
it.
could hurt teams too at the same time.
And Buka's
If
going to
you're
get picked
picking
like a top
second or
5.
third round.
He's going to get picked like a top 5 wide receiver.
Yes, he is.
People
And
like
it-
his name. You know,
Yeah.
I want to jump ahead of this. I want to be the one to be called a genius.
Yeah,
for
somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, I know he's not gonna be there on my turn, so
You're
I'm
gonna pick
I'm
him over
get
And
Jay
everyone will be like
Sanders.
this.
Oh,
Yeah, he would.
Jesus Christ! No,
George Pickens. I'll pick Pickens. Now, he's a maniac. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'll take Pickens over Ibuka. I think Pickens going.
Pickens would be a better
You
pick.
know?
Yeah, I would.
But on draft day, that shit is not on your mind. You know? Like when it's your turn to pick, all of a sudden the stickers are falling out of your hands. You know what I
Can't find
mean?
where
Like
the
you don't
kickers
know
are
that
at.
it's your turn. The lights shine bright on draft day, bro. It's easy
Some
to talk
people-
about it in July.
People can't handle the
Some
pressure.
people can't handle the pressure. Got to make sure the internet's working for Grok that day. Grok's playing.
Huh.
Grok's playing.
Yeah, I'm not going to be using Chat GPT. I'm going to be playing the board, because now that I do less and less mocks every year, I just really, really look forward to playing the board and like drafting against you guys based off that, and just seeing like, yo, who like, am I about to get sniped right now, or am I about to get my player, or is the guy right before me thinking what I'm thinking? You know, like insane.
You know, depending on who you're surrounded by, as far as those picks go, that guy next to you could be thinking the same as you.
And right about that. It happened a lot last year. We saw it. The sniping, especially I feel like in the East Coast, the sniping was crazy.
Yeah,
shout out to Noli D, East Coast Champs League. I'm looking to get myself back to the promised land so that I could send it in the group chat early. Hey, we splitting? Hey, what are we doing about this pot?
Hey, tough guy.
I just want to run it back just so that I can do that again.
Fucking Felix, dog.
Is that who won?
Felix beat me. Yeah, Felix beat me in the championship. I was the holding call that affected you. It affected me in that league. I was a holding call away from being the East Coast champion.
It affected me and Kingpin.
And I would have lost Elite 8 in that process.
Destroyed me.
It's like I gotta go back and watch that play because it affected so many things. Because before you know that it's a holding, you look at it and you realize like, oh shit, my season's over here. But I just came back and won here. Definitely over in this.
When I see the pass, I see the touch, I see no flag, no flag, no flag, no flag, no flag. Then I see the yellow, and I just put my hands in my and then at the end of the game, in the first play on the final drive, he overshoots Tutu Atwell, which would have been an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Insane.
Missed him by 3 yards. And I had Stafford, so that would have been crazy. I would have beat you by that too.
In the spirit of what you're doing tonight with the QB tiers, we should set aside some time to talk about some of our favorite stacks going into this season.
Yeah, Stafford is pooping.
Because that stack was definitely going crazy that night.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to go good.
Yeah, as long as he stays upright. As long as his back holds up, and he should be good.
Spoiler alert, he's in my tier 1.
Yeah, he's definitely not my tier 1.
He is
Stafford. I don't know if I'd put him in tier 1, but he's not going to fall.
He's not going to do that again, though.
He's not going to fall too far down.
That is the most disrespectful thing I've heard all year.
You know, last year was the first time since his second year in the league that he had over 500 fantasy points.
Listen, and this is the first time he's had two bona fide number 1 wide receivers. I didn't think Devontae was going to do shit last year, and I was proven completely wrong because I forgot who was throwing the ball.
14 touchdowns? 14 touchdown catches for Devontae Adams?
Well, remember, my tiers I also did with the inkling of regular season. And regular season, to me, besides Josh Allen, really, Matt Stafford was the best quarterback last year.
I mean, when we're talking regular season, for sure. I mean, even in fantasy
he was a special teams play away from his special teams not blowing it, being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They were the only team that scored 24 plus on the Seahawks.
I don't know if I'd have him in tier 1.
In the last month of the season.
He's just not a tier 1.
But you've been in love with Matthew Stafford for most of his career.
Yeah.
So I get,
I love the guy too. But he's
going to throw for another 4,500 yards. He's going to throw for another 40 touchdowns.
I mean, they start the year off. It's them in San Francisco, right? Yeah. Kicking it off on Thursday Night Football, so they get to set the tone for
Wednesday. Oh no, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
It's still Thursday. I don't even
because Wednesday is the Seahawks Patriots.
That doesn't. I'm not excited about that game. To be honest with you,
I can already definitely won't be the Super Bowl game, so it's not going to be what we saw in February.
Or the Patriots just route them. Like Seahawks coming off of the
couple months too late, buddy.
Like,
I don't see that.
But that's what happens, though. It's just like the following season. It's just.
I think that coach, what's his name over there for Seattle? He's not going to let his defense get routed. Not by
Sam Darnold doesn't turn back into a pumpkin. He's just this is what we get.
That coordinator left. He's the head coach of the Cardinals now.
The one from Seattle.
Yeah, I got Darnold in tier 2B.
I put him in tier 3.
2B is pretty much essentially tier 3.
Then you should have put him in tier 3.
Yeah, what the hell's 2B?
Now I will say I have 2 guys in the shadow realm. I have 2 guys in the shadow realm. There's a guy in between tier 1 and tier 2.
Shadow realm.
And I got a guy.
Justin Fields.
No, that guy's tier 4.
Kyler Murray?
No, that guy's tier 4.
Whoa.
Listen, tier 1 for me, tier 1A is Josh Allen, Matt Stafford. Tier 1B is Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Pat Mahomes almost didn't even make my tier 2.
I wasn't ready for the backlash for that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
However,
that guy's been pissing me off, and he got hurt last year.
Well, I'm not. Remember,
be the
you
bounce
guys
back
did yours
year.
based off of fantasy. I did mine at the fantasy plus real. And I know.
Well, I tried to do a mix of both. With
Yeah,
these I've gotten used to it because I know that we've been doing this for a couple years now. So I was like, I try to take all of it into
and then
account.
Lamar Jackson, he's going to put eye-popping numbers. He's going to do regular season wins.
Dual threat quarterback again, prime example of what we talk about when you're
Pat
comparing
Mahomes
one
is a
quarterback
dual
to
threat
another,
quarterback, but he relies on his arm a lot more than his legs. But
I
when
mean,
he's got to run,
he has some rushing. He
Last year
led
he
the
had
team
some
in
rush.
rushing yards
last
last
year.
year.
But that's
Last
because
year?
he had to.
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
They
and
were
all
getting nothing
accumulates
from their running backs. Pacheco broke. Was it last year that he broke his leg?
That shit adds up.
Pacheco broke his leg. I can't
Pacheco-
remember if that was
he was
last year or
hurt.
not.
I
He
know he was hurt
last
for
year.
most
What
of
was
the
it?
season.
The over 27.5 rushing yards from Mahomes? That was like a staple for a couple weeks for us.
Yeah.
He was
That $20
cashing
he
that.
was still getting.
Yeah.
He was cashing. I loved it.
But the offensive line wasn't really protecting him neither, man. He had Rashee Rice was locked up somewhere in some Dade County jail cell. I don't know. Like,
Well, some Joe Blow out there is going to look at me like I'm crazy if I don't put him in tier. At least,
dude,
he's
screw all those Joe Blows out there.
There's only so far he could fall down the list.
Yeah.
Though. That's the thing. Because now it's like when you look at who's around him, you compare him. So, okay, he's better than this guy.
That's
he's
his
better
own
than this
problem,
guy.
not mine.
He's better
I
than
call
this
it like
guy.
I see it. Okay.
Like
I don't care what anybody thinks or has to say
tier
about that.
Tier 2 is a good spot for
Nah,
Mahomes.
yeah, I think tier 2 is a great spot for Mahomes.
Oh, he's
because
my one big.
He doesn't have to be in tier 1. He could play himself back into tier 1 still. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? It's
We're not
right.
saying these guys can't play.
It's-
Yeah, anybody in my tier 2, and I have a couple of guys in tier 3 that can work their ways up to tier 2s and tier 1 guys. So it's not like it's impossible.
It's July, It's the
Right.
middle of July
It's
right
like,
now.
I put Joe Burrow in tier 2 because I was thinking about tier 3, but I can't put him in tier 3 because when he's healthy and he's on the field, he's good.
But he's an example of what you
but
said
his
with the injuries.
injuries,
Joe
Like,
Burrow is my first Shadow Realm guy.
Because the God's
he can
honest,
be in any of the.
I'm being as
'Cause
unbiased as I
If
possibly
he's not there,
can
you
be.
can't tier him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I'm being unbiased, and you guys are noticing it. Because look, I even put him up there as a tier 2 guy. I'm being unbiased.
look at you.
But at the end of the day, he missed 6 games this past season, and he missed half the season last year.
Yeah.
I can't keep going off of just when he's there.
Right.
No, you can't.
Right.
So there was a part of me that wanted to put him in 3, but I also know on YouTube, like, oh, there we go,
Yeah,
Oscar
it's
being a
3.
steal.
I was
Three is
expecting
just
you to
way
put him
too
in
low.
3. I was expecting.
But
you to
I
put him
wouldn't have been surprised by you doing
Now,
that.
I
but
will
three
say
I was ready to
this.
push for him to go. I was ready to have. Oh no, we're pushing
Listen.
Burrow up a tier. But I
If
get
he
it,
gets
though.
hurt again for 6 or 7 games this year, next year he's on my tier 3 list, and I don't care what you guys tell me.
What was it? He got hurt in week 2 last year.
Week 2,
yeah.
you sat there, you were drinking your beer, you looked at it and went, yep. That's exactly your reaction. Because while you went, yep, me and Mikey looked at each other and went,
This is after I went 0-1 in the first week. Okay, so I'm looking at a rebound week to you know what I mean.
And then
throw money
a week
in it,
later,
just never.
they're
recovered.
handing Joe, a couple weeks later, they're handing Joe, the Browns hand Joe Flacco to the Bengals.
Right.
Let's help our in division. That's why they suck.
Yeah.
Well,
Tier 2, I also put Prescott because, again, I'm not saying like regular season production. It's there. Whether anybody wants to argue the point or not, he's throwing for 4,000 plus every season. And he's got CD and he's got Pickens back again this year. I think you're going to see the similar production again from him offensively.
He's
And
teetering on
overall, the team might be better because the defense added pieces. You don't expect them to give up another 35 points a game. That's crazy because the Cowboys' offense was averaging, 30 points a game, but their defense is giving up 32, 33 a game.
Yeah, it was nuts.
If your offense is averaging 30 points a game, and you're just looking in you don't know anything else, but your offense is averaging 30 points a game.
You think that
You would think you're
15-0, 16-0.
yeah, but then they go, oh yeah, the defense is giving up 35. Oh, okay,
That makes sense.
and that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
He's kind of an injury risk too,
He is.
Prescott. So he's kind of has that.
Jackson
over his
Dart
head.
is the best QB in the league. Matthew is Tim
Homer.
Matt, what's going on, bro?
And my 2B is Darnold, Goff, and Hurts.
Darnold, Goff, and Hurts. Okay.
And I did listen. I almost put Darnold in the tier 2A because last year was his second year in a row of elite production.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl. He won games in Minnesota. Numbers. He left Minnesota. Minnesota went barely got the 9-8
because I'll have either shoulder for you to cry on, no matter which one you want to use.
That's what I like, yo. So he left the team, and they only could get 9 wins. He goes to the Seahawks, who were a 9-win team the year, and he took them to the Super Bowl. They won.
Championship.
That's crazy, dude.
Second Super Bowl for the Seattle Seahawks.
Jared Goff, he's just consistently with his offense production.
I mean, look what he has.
The Lions are consistently winning 9+ games a year with him. Yeah. This is their best success they've had.
He's one of the few. He's one of the few quarterbacks that could be like, I have potentially the wide receiver one in the league.
And Hurts, it killed me to put him in 2B, but I also not going to disrespect the guy and throw me like
dual threat.
Dual threat
the production is
but
there.
If I'm looking at him from an aspect of a quarterback, like dude, and like
the rules are made all the time. No,
the rules are made for quarterbacks to have these numbers, especially young quarterbacks who can move, who have weapons. And this guy can't even smell 4,000 yards, let alone 37.
I was just gonna say that. All these rules.
That's why he will never. I will never put him in tier 1 or tier 2.
All I see is these Philly
regular tier 2
Facebook pages talking about how Jalen Hurts is the most disrespected NFL player in history.
I'm going to stop there and let you catch up.
Okay. So in my tier 1, as crazy and as much as I hate talking shit on Jalen Hurts, I actually put him in my tier 1. I did. But again.
Fantasy perspective.
At the
end of the day, the combined yardage, it's insurmountable. You can't ignore that. You can't say this guy's higher than this guy, and then you look at all the touchdowns, everything. You know what I mean? Like you have to.
I had a conversation with Alexi, and I told Alexi that I was thinking about doing it. And he looked at me with an ugly face, and he was like, "Jalen Hurts was trash last year."
But it's the type of shit that makes him and Lamar Jackson bulletproof, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling him. I was like, it's hard for me to just bring him down a tier.
Not that they're the best passer.
Starting. His first year starting, they went 9-8, made the playoffs, right?
Right.
But when you look at it from a fantasy perspective, he didn't have good numbers. Fantasy perspective, the dude had like 13 touchdowns, almost 20, 15 touchdown pass. Like he was averaging like 20-something points a game in fantasy. And I remember watching this show. It's like they were talking about it on I forget. It was an ESPN show. It wasn't a Fox Sport. And they were like, oh, you guys think he's such as good. Why? Because he's giving you 20 fantasy points a game? That means nothing in real life.
Yeah, it does.
He was like, great. You're winning games in fantasy, but that doesn't mean anything in the NFL.
Well, that's the Eagles fans' problem. It's not mine. I'll take the fantasy points.
Yeah.
And Hurts, as ugly as it was, there's times
he had a lot of games that were empty calories.
31, 32
put up
fantasy
numbers
points.
And
he'll have 150 yards passing and have 2 rushing touchdowns and maybe a passing touchdown because he got lucky.
And in 6 point per touchdown leagues, that's 12 points just off the touchdown.
Imagine they didn't run the tush push and they gave the ball to the Barkley.
He would be a tier 3 quarterback easily.
Barkley would have like 20 touchdowns a year.
Yeah, for real.
And he cuts into what Barkley's production is.
Exactly what it should
because of how
Barkley, who was the last guy there?
Swift.
Swift. And who was the other running back they had that year they went to the Super Bowl? I can't even remember.
You guys remember, chat? Super Bowl running back in 2017, right? No, 2022.
Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember neither.
I think it was Swift.
Right? Was it Swift?
Swift was there. Was it?
If it was Swift, I was just talking ish about him today that I was telling a coworker who's an Eagles fan that I think any decent running back behind that 2024 offensive line that Philly had would have put up similar numbers to what Barkley did. And not to say that they're Barkley's talent, but that offensive line was so great.
The talent of the offensive line.
I told him that Chuba Hubbard would have had 1,700 yards behind that line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody Hubbard's a good running back.
He is. He is a good running back, but he's no Saquon Barkley.
You know, we know he's RB1 now this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they're hyped on Brooks, man.
They are. A lot of people are hyping up Brooks as a sleeper running back.
I've seen him everywhere.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Brooks, man, how's he gonna look coming back from back-to-back ACL and
back to back because I think he
It was
tore
3
his
years
shit
in a row, right?
In college, his last
And
year in college.
also, rumor mill saying this could potentially be Bryce Young's last year starting.
That's crazy. I think the kid,
Like,
I think the kid has stepped it up the last 2 years, and I think he deserves.
The fact is, the conversations
Respect.
that are happening now going into the season instead of conversations of doubling down on him. You know what I mean? Where it's like he's our guy. They're not saying he's our guy.
Yeah,
Nah, they're
it
not.
almost looks. It feels like CJ Stroud will get a contract before Bryce Young.
Because
Bryce
what's next year? The class with
Bryce
the
Young
quarterbacks.
is outplayed in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Like
for
the
sure.
quarterbacks
The
are
only
coming in
difference
next
is
year.
he's made the Hughes has made the playoffs. He hasn't.
Right.
Carolina's going to put themselves in position to
almost-
try to get one of
listen.
these quarterbacks.
Bryce Young played good enough for the Panthers to beat the Rams in that playoff
Yeah,
game.
no, they really did. It's just that defense, man. Defense couldn't keep up with their offense.
He kept
But
Bryce Young
played well.
Bryce Young kept up with that prolific Rams offense.
Yeah.
Carolina don't care because if they can get a Manning, they'll be like, bye, Bryce.
That is true.
But they're not going to
That
lose
is
that
true.
many games. The
Not
South.
yet. Yep.
Listen, they could win the South. I think the South are going to any
Same as
team.
last year.
Any team other than the Saints can win the South.
Speaking
know.
of
I
the
disagree.
Saints, did you see today they're keeping Alvin
I
Kamara?
seen what you said.
I guess
thought
that trade
good.
was great, huh?
They're keeping
I guess
Alvin
that DOA
Kamara.
trade was amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Reconstructuring his deal. So anybody who was excited about it being Etienne or Etienne, whatever you want to call him,
It doesn't
now, his
matter.
backfield.
Uh,
They paid him way too much money.
Yeah, they did.
That is his backfield.
Yeah, but that don't mean that Kamara's not going to.
Kamara just got paid too, though. So
They paid him both.
Yeah, they paid him both. So
They
they're
still
both
give a
winning.
shit about paying people money.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
How many years they live in cap hell?
What are you talking about? They paid them both. They're going to have both those guys out there.
Go ahead, Mike. Continue with tier one.
So Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, those are my guys in my tier
He
one.
wins that trade. Knock it off, Matt.
Bro, he wins that trade.
Or
It's
everybody's
crazy.
buy-in next Saturday is going to be $20 and your buy-in's 30.
That is crazy.
Joe
bro.
Burrow is the first guy in the shadow realm for me between tier one, tier two, like we were just discussing earlier. I love the guy. The guy's amazing when he's healthy, but when he's not, it's just hard to keep putting him up there with the elites of the league.
When
Because
he's hurt,
he's just not there. Again, he's just not there. And when he's not there, you can't rank anything off of that. You can't go off of nothing.
It affects so much.
Yeah, man.
When he's not there, it affects everything. It affects everyone.
From a real life standpoint and from a fantasy standpoint. Like Joe Burrow. You know, when you're not there, you're just not there.
Flacco,
So.
Chase gave me good numbers with Flacco.
Yeah, I mean it's Flacco and it's Chase. Like Chase will probably do that with almost anybody.
But he
throwing
didn't
the
give me
ball.
good numbers when the other guy was throwing the ball those couple weeks.
Then maybe the conversation needs to be had about Jefferson being better than Chase, because Jefferson puts up numbers regardless of who's throwing him the ball. It seems
And
like.
Burrow's attached to potentially the number one wide receiver or number one player off of the board. So not having Burrow in the picture affects you when you go 1-on-1 and go Jamar Chase and Burrow's not there. It's scary, bro.
Yeah.
It's a scary world to be in.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's your 101. That's your 102. Like that's what I mean. That's who is.
No, it's true.
You know,
It's true, man.
it adds it going into this draft and this year. It's like you compare Chase to Gibbs and Bijan, and you start thinking about that safety net of
Alvin
those
Kamara,
other
15
players.
Matt, shut
Yeah,
up.
relax, dude. I don't even know if he's ever done
Culo
that.
cagao.
Kamara's gonna be in the way. I say that for
Nah,
anybody
yeah,
who's
he'll
thinking
be in
it was
the
gonna
way.
be all ATN. I don't think it's gonna be that.
He'll be in the way for sure.
The
dude.
Saints have made it so that it's not going to be that simple for people this year. And that was the story of a lot of teams last year. They were not going to make it easy for us to figure shit out
Yeah.
for those first 2 months. It felt like.
Most teams with good running backs who have two good running backs, it's going to be hard to figure that out.
Correction to everybody. Burrow played the entire season in 2024.
Oh, okay.
He did play the entire season, but
That's
the
true.
Bengals went 9-8.
You
And
know
they
what's
missed the
scary?
playoffs.
Oscar's matchup week 1 in DOA. I guess you guys play each other week 1.
Oscar versus Matt, week 1, Dynasty of Arms. It's time to look ahead to the, dare I say, matchup of the week for the Dynasty of Arms. Clairvoyant Lizards going up against the
I need
reigning
that.
champ.
Hey, man. You know what to do.
It's gonna
You
be
know
a
what
good
you got to
time.
do, my man.
I'll be in the lounge
He's
for it.
missed. All right, so he played a full season last year. The year prior, he was only 10 games, so they've missed the playoffs 3 years in a row. You're right, though. Like, Chase's numbers do dip when he's not there.
Yeah, no, it shows. It shows. And Justin Jefferson is always inside the top 5. Always. He might be 6 or 7 one of these couple of years, but
9 was killing his value.
No, yeah. No, he would definitely
because Carson Wentz was getting the ball to him.
Yeah.
Carson freaking Wentz.
Yeah.
Carson freaking Wentz kept them afloat to where they could finish 9-8.
Right.
They should be thanking Carson Wentz.
The whole JJ McCarthy saga, that's something where you can actually blame the quarterback as to blaming the wide receiver. Like that was literally
in a year where you
just
draft
McCarthy.
Justin Jefferson, that had to have been brutal.
Such a
like if I had drafted Jefferson last year and had to have dealt with that, I probably, knowing me, I would have traded Jefferson. So I was like, I can't live
Imagine how Chris felt.
week.
Chris felt that he was walking into Kingpins last year. The man,
nothing's coming to save
Yes, he did. To the point he traded him to me. That's all. He got a good deal.
Youngkin is coming to save you.
He might have traded the wrong wide receiver, honestly. I think so. I don't know.
Like
Don't
nothing.
make that face, Oscar.
Nothing's coming to save you
confident
when your wide
in that
receiver's
trade.
quarterback is not healthy.
No, of course you should be. I'm saying he traded the wrong guy.
Him?
Yeah,
He probably should have traded Chase.
Yeah, he probably should have got rid of Chase.
I probably would have bought Chase too for the same package.
Yeah.
Maybe would have gotten more.
As far as tier 2
I
goes,
would have offered the same package I offered.
he might have asked for an extra pick or something.
But if you wouldn't have went after Jefferson, I would have went after Jefferson. So I was literally in the middle of sending him the deal that I was going to send him for Jefferson, and he was about to accept that shit. And then all of a sudden, we see accepted trade.
Shut up, Mikey. Welcome in.
Chris.
My tier 2 goes as follows. I got Drake May, Dak Prescott, Bo Nix, Jared Goff, and Patrick Mahomes. Like I said earlier,
well, you did yours off fantasy. I did mine's right. I don't have May up there. I need to see another year.
Two interesting names: Bo Nix, Drake May. I like that.
If you look at it from my perspective of like regular season, I would need to see May again. Fantasy, he showed in his rookie season fantasy. He showed that he could be a playmaker.
There's like 2, maybe 3 guys that need to show me to do it again, and Drake May's just not one of those guys, even in the real life perspective. Like the guy's a dual threat quarterback. He was averaging 40 yards rushing last year.
Well, they just got upgrades. One got AJ Brown, the other one got Jalen Waddle. You know what I mean? To pair up with Cortland Sutton. So they each have, a viable one option.
I mean, even Bo Nix. Bo Nix has had over 400 fantasy points in his first 2 years in the league. Again, he's a dual threat quarterback. He's a guy who can get it done in the air and get it done with his legs. I don't see why guys like that, whether it be fantasy standpoint or real life standpoint, can't be tier 2 quarterbacks.
It's a good floor.
Or shouldn't be, in my opinion.
Will the Super Bowl have an effect on him?
I don't think Mike Vrabel will let that
be a good team.
Unless this whole Diana Rossini thing is really
hangover.
like effing Mike Vrabel up mentally. I don't think Mike Vrabel's going to let.
I think Seattle would have the hangover if anything. I don't think it would be the Patriots.
Yeah, only because from a coaching standpoint. But again, I love the coach from Seattle. I think McDonald's awesome. So, he's another no nonsense guy.
Did the Ravens hold on to Harbaugh too long?
We'll find out.
Think about that. McDonald's already been gone just 2 years. He's already a champion.
Yeah. No, we'll find out.
And it's not like that team was this team that I thought they weren't going to be good last year. Seattle.
No, we wrote them off. We didn't really have much to say about them.
Like, dude,
I didn't think
we didn't know them. We didn't know what the hell was going. Like,
nobody in their right mind before the season started said the Seattle Seahawks were winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I remember breaking down that division. That's a tough division. Patriots is a 2-team division,
Like,
so that's more reason why they're probably not going to fall in their face because there's less competition for the Patriots. Right. Still, the AFC is the weaker conference. The Patriots could take a step back and still be in the divisional playoffs round that weekend.
Yeah. Well, they win 14 games.
Yeah,
they're not going to win that many, but they're still going to win a good amount of games.
Yeah, they'll win 10 or 11 games
because it's not the same on that side. It's not as top heavy.
My second Shadow Realm guy though is Justin Herbert in between tier 2 and tier 3. He's somebody like he literally shows flashes of tier 1.
I put him in tier
talent, 3, but he gets hurt. But he can move with his legs. But he gets hurt, and I also don't trust a lot of his pieces.
There's a lot of variables there. Think about it. The head coach wants to run the ball.
Head coach
Lad
wants to run the ball.
McConkey, can he duplicate the year?
Is he a wide receiver one?
Right.
Do they have a wide receiver one?
Do we start seeing him?
There's no alpha on that team.
So does he start just spreading the ball, and they all like? Do we start saying pick a player each week when it comes to the Chargers wide receivers? Because every week it's going to be a different guy.
That's not a game. You know, that's not a game I want to play so much.
David Njoku getting 2 touchdowns week 1.
No. He'll be on my bench in DOA. I'm not starting him week 1. If that guy has
you
2
can't,
touchdowns,
but he's a variable. He's there. He's in the way. You know. And a lot of people are saying that it should be a big year for Omarion Hampton. So it's like, can it be a big year for Omarion Hampton and Justin Herbert,
right.
or are we talking about a team that is just going to establish the run?
I mean, as long as Hampton can stay healthy, I'm kind of expecting a big year out of him, man. I think the kid is very talented. You know, they've made some different changes on the offensive line, and Justin Herbert coming into this year, you know, again, healthier, just like he did last year. He looked good last year. He ended up messing his hand up in the second half of the season, and he fought through it. He played as well as he could in the playoffs, but that defense just wasn't helping him. And again, there's no alpha wide receiver in that team that really like he can rely on. Godson's a rookie tight end who looked good in flashes.
They got overmatched, and now he has to deal with Njoku.
Right. Exactly.
And they want to run the ball, so you're going to be blocking.
The Chargers were one of the last teams in percentages that were what was it? They were running 2 tight end sets a lot last year, but it wasn't amounting of the Chargers. It wasn't really amounting to anything. So that was one of the reasons why they're bringing in Njoku this year.
Hampton was hurt that they were running the same playbook as if, you know, they're the kid.
When Hampton went down, the offense took a bad turn.
Yeah. But Justin
like
Herbert
Vidal did some here. Vidal did what he could, but he ain't.
You know what I mean? Like, he's Vidal.
But didn't they go out and get Keaton Mitchell this year?
Yeah. They had Najee Harris blowing his Achilles, in the third week?
That's right. Najee blowing his Achilles.
That was snake bitten.
That was bad.
That was snake bitten.
Because they were really balancing both of their touches, because I get it. He was a rookie. You weren't trying to push Hampton immediately.
Right.
I always felt like Hampton was going to take over the workload by November, and that Najee was going to be the goal line back.
Yeah.
Well, this year is going to be the year where it's going to be Hampton.
And Harris is still recuperating from that Achilles, and no one signed him. I'm pretty sure he'll get signed by training camp wise. Someone's going to take a chance.
Yeah, somebody would need a vet body, and as long as he's
if he plays well in preseason,
he'll win a spot.
The Vikings or something. It'll be something close.
It's going to be a team that's lackluster, and then he's going to get in there. And like maybe it's no.
He's gonna fly. He's gonna.
Maybe there's like say like you said, Minnesota. You got Jordan Mason and the rookie, and he actually looks good. And they start giving him the carries over the people that we drafted.
And he's gonna go somewhere where nobody's claimed the spot. That's why they're signing him, because they don't have an answer at that position. So
I'm go to Seattle because Love, Price, you're gonna give all those touches that quickly.
Who knows when Charbonnet's coming back?
Exactly. So why not?
He'll be all right, guys. Don't worry.
Charbonnet?
I need him to be okay.
So. Charbonnet ain't coming back till like November, dude.
I don't. Yeah.
You definitely need to have a backup plan.
You got that pen on you, so
here's my backup plan.
Yeah, I do. Just in case you need it. Don't worry.
It's
not sounding good at all for Charbonnet.
It's probably one of the reasons why Fantasy Pros has ranked my DOA team dead last in DOA this year, by mid-July, because he's just my backup plan. I don't really have much going on.
In DOA, I made sure I picked running backs.
Alex too.
I have
him.
Kyron Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs,
especially if there's a resurgence
Cam
coming.
Scatterbo, Jaylen Warren.
Well, that's why I traded Nico Collins from Marion Hampton. I needed some juice there. So hopefully,
you gotta do what you gotta
Alex
do.
was talking about his draft, and he goes, "Dude, pick a Nico Collins in the second round on the money." I was like, Alex, you weren't the only person that picked Nico high. You felt the same.
I took him.
You live and learn, bro. You live and learn. I had to deal.
I was
with
like, because he goes,
Nico.
You got good ass skill players in Texas. They're gonna get faded because that bum.
I mean, how good is the team that you drafted around those players when they?
You already said he touched any of them early.
Weeks?
He was like, I can't trust Stroud.
No,
I ain't dealing with that.
I know firsthand you can't trust that guy.
I'm not dealing with that mess.
Yeah.
You finally gave up on him.
I didn't give up. He's still there. He's still part of the team.
I mean, you have
He's
no
there,
choice.
he's
You gave him
there.
a lot to pick him.
Yeah. I have
Taking
to.
the back
And
seat.
Collins back to back,
which is-
right?
No. I took Wilson in that first round. Garrett Wilson.
Mm.
I'm gonna read off my tier 3 though, because it's a big list. And I got Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Brock Purdy, and Jaden Daniels. That's my tier 3.
That's a lot of players for tier 3.
Yeah, man. Tier 3 is great because it's a full house. All these guys that I just named, they're not tier 4 guys, and most of them can play up to tier 2 and tier 1 levels. Again, Jackson Dart, dual threat. Trevor Lawrence, dual threat. Caleb Williams can run it in when he wants to. Yeah. Baker Mayfield, we'll see.
We watched one of his most prolific touchdown runs of the year in this building.
We watched a lot of Bears football.
We did.
We saw the most prolific.
That's what you needed, right? That's what you needed, right?
The most prolific touchdown.
Even Brock Purdy, though, man. When Brock Purdy was healthy last year, he was averaging 23 points a game.
So if your tier 3 is so much bigger than mine, I got Purdy, Love, Herbert, Baker.
Okay.
Yeah. See, there's not that many quarterbacks that are that.
Then tier 4, I got May.
Yeah, it's so disrespectful.
Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young.
They're disrespecting May and Knicks there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd say
remember,
even
I didn't
from
do
a
it
real
based
life.
off.
No, but even
I
from
need
a real
to see
life
Drake
standpoint,
May give me back to back. Trevor
the
Lawrence,
kid is nice,
Bro.
Oscar.
He's been in the league how many years? Trevor Lawrence now.
I can't put Drake May and Bryce Young in the same tier because I saw Drake May go to the Super Bowl and I saw Bo Nix in the AFC Championship. Bryce Young just competed with the Rams in a playoff game.
I need to see another year.
I don't know. I got to put them ahead.
Then I got Dart, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Malik Willis, Cam Ward, and 5. Because it's a lot.
Well, Daniel Jones fits that category you were saying about the injuries.
Cam Ward and Jackson Dart. It's not a detriment to them. It is not a detriment to them. Let me see a second year before I can move you up in tiers.
They should, as long as they're healthy, they should play themselves.
The worst tier is tier 6, which is Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, Brissett, Kirk Cousins, and Geno Smith.
So to me, Caleb Williams is a product of the system right now, right? You want to talk about seeing another year? I need to see another year of him doing exactly what he just did. He was QB.
Well, that's why I got him in tier 4.
Yeah, but I think Jackson Dart's a way better dual quarterback than Caleb Williams.
I seen Caleb play an entire season. I saw Jackson Dart spend a lot of time in the blue tent. And this is coming from a guy
he still played though.
Who has
he still finished those games.
Who has dynasty stock.
He only has one concussion, official one concussion, and he missed 2 games from the one concussion. He's in the blue tent 5 times. Only got a time. And listen, I'm not saying that it isn't, but he's also he's a
he had
more
a vision so bad that the
quarterback
coach
than
went in there
Williams.
demanding he come out.
Peeked his head in there.
That's what got him fired.
Demanding he come out.
Literally, I think that right there.
That was embarrassing. The more you think about it,
he showed his weakness. He showed a side of him that he wasn't supposed to show the world.
He was letting people know, like, I'm whooping the Eagles' ass right now. Get him back out here.
Yeah. No, that was a side of him he wasn't supposed to show the world. Honestly,
that was crazy. Hey, that's my offensive coordinator.
Listen, that's my OC, man.
Yeah. Now, do I think those players on tier 4 and tier 5 can move up next year? Absolutely.
No.
Next year, this time, listen to me. I anticipate putting Drake May, Bo Nix, Caleb, Dart, and Cam Ward in tier 3. Maybe tier 2.
They better be tier 2, especially.
That's where looking at it from a regular season perspective.
No, trust me, they'll be tier 2.
I don't think
that's what I expect to do.
I think Danny Dimes stays where he is.
Dimes is going to stay 4 or 5, 3 or 4.
He's my tier 4.
Dimes could probably move up to 4 again.
It's the injury.
I mean, Dimes doesn't give a shit about us. He don't care about football anymore. This man threw his balls on the table through 8 games and said, "Pay me $100 million." The coach said, "Okay."
I mean,
he did nothing to earn. Like, yo, Yes, you had good games, but dude,
You fleeced them.
the Colts should have just said, no, this is what we're giving you. Take it or leave it.
But
no one else in this league was going to give him $100 million.
In his defense, he had 3,100 yards when he got hurt. And like I told you guys last year before the season started, he was going to throw for 3,500. I told everybody. I kept saying it on the podcast.
I said it too. I was with you.
3,500 yards, and he was on his way to probably 38.
Started out hot
before getting hurt.
And then he went to Pittsburgh, and the Colts just shit the bed the rest of the year after that game.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor fell off a cliff too.
Oh,
that was bad.
20-something yards that game.
But Taylor's production was highly based off of what Daniel Jones was doing through the air too. Teams had to respect Danny through the air, and it left gaps, literally gaps.
And JT was rolling. I won the G Money Award thanks to JT.
And I think receiver-wise, losing Pittman.
It's gross out there. Who's the one?
Losing
Josh Downs?
Alec Pierce. They paid him all that money.
Pierce?
Yeah, he's no alpha.
Alec Pierce's contract.
They're all the same person.
To me, they're the same.
A month after free agency, like the big wave first ended, I was reading reports. It was on multiple websites too. They said a year from now, the Colts are going to look back and that deal they gave Alex Pierce, they're going to regret. A lot of people.
The Daniel Jones deal, the trade with the Jets right
Pierce
now
was one of those guys where like the Kenny Galladay signing, like somebody who didn't deserve.
They're lucky
the money
they got
get paid every year.
They're lucky they got Downs.
They are lucky, but honestly, I was surprised they let Pittman walk because they had a Donnie Mitchell in that Jets trade for Gardner.
You're already down over you gave up on a Donnie Mitchell that quick, and I don't think a Mitchell's a bum, bro.
Dude, and the Jets fans and the people in the Jets organization are super high on him this year.
Donnie Mitchell is a mon. I watched him in Texas, dude. He was a beast.
He's a good athlete.
He was buried on a depth chart that had Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, Tyler Warren.
This could have been his breakout year with them.
Yeah. He would have been a solid number 2 this year.
There's nowhere else to look.
I almost feel bad for him that he's stuck on the Jets. You know what I mean?
And he showed flashes in the Jets last year where he had a couple good games.
That's why the Jets went out and got Geno Smith.
And now you're going to get Garrett Wilson back healthy. A healthy Garrett Wilson. Donnie Wilson's going to be wide receiver too.
Garrett Wilson was averaging 19 fantasy points a game for the first 4 games of the season before he got hurt.
Who's the quarterback again?
Geno Smith.
Yeah,
Geno Smith.
He's got legal shit going on right now. So
they dropped it. I don't know if you read, but they dropped it. Yeah, the girl dropped it. The NFL dropped it.
I was thinking one way or another we were going to be seeing Klubnik starting at some point.
Just as possible.
Got to see what the kid has, you know.
The Jets are one of those teams that are also in the tank for Manning.
See what the kid has. So
I mean,
the Jets are definitely one of those teams in the tank for Manning.
Most fans at this point want them to kind of tank for Manning, but you know, Geno Smith, if he has any respect for himself, he's not going to let that happen.
Jets have an alpha receiver in Wilson. The Colts don't.
And a Donnie Mitchell.
You're not an alpha receiver if a defense is not restructuring their defense to deal with you.
Right.
If the defense is just running their defense on you, and you're not the focus, you're not an alpha.
And they gave up 2 first-round picks for that kid who was getting toasted.
You can combat a fast receiver. If your gift is just speed. Ask Tyreek Hill how that's been working out for him the last couple of years.
He's not even going to play this year.
That shit is you know what I mean? You get slower.
Right.
If your bread and butter is your speed, eventually you slow down.
I'll tell you this. I know we're not doing wide receivers this week. Donnie Mitchell could be a surprise player this year.
I mean,
A.B. Mitchell could be a surprise player this year.
They're going to be down in a lot
Can
of
he
games.
be a sleeper player? 100% he can, but I'm not putting him in any tiers. If anything,
no, I'm not putting him in tiers. I'm talking about like he might be that waiver wire guy you grab in October.
Yeah.
He might not win your season, but he might win you a couple games to get you to the playoffs.
5 weeks, he can come to the clutch as long as he comes.
There's players that do that every year.
Yep.
Waiver wire ad of the week. Once after coming off of a big
Luke Tonjes.
Yeah.
You know, playing on a team that's going to be down most weeks where you got to throw the ball. You know, Jets. How many teams are Jets going to be?
Yeah, garbage time.
He could be one of those candidates for Mr. Garbage Time.
Yeah,
in that offense.
It's a big factor.
You
know, Cardinals players, Jets players, Panthers players, Saints players, all those guys are liable for garbage time stuff.
So
Saints might actually.
Tyler Shuck don't run, but he gonna throw that motherfucker.
No, yeah,
he's gonna sling it.
He will. It's the Saints' defense is what worries me about them as far as them being able to compete in their division. But Shuck definitely has something to say as far as making a name for
That's what I
themselves.
think. The guys like Shuck, Ward, and Dart next year, like if they take the steps, I think they should take. I should be putting them in tier 2s and tier 3s.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're all going to get their opportunity. It's their team right now.
Like to me, the two that right. We can say what we want about Dart. Dart's got the ability, but I'm more. If you're going to talk about fantasy production, I'm going to take Cam Ward because at the beginning of the year, like. You don't know when Malik Neighbors is coming back now. I'm starting to think Malik might not even come back this year.
Yeah, but Dart did everything that he did without Malik Neighbors. He only played with Malik Neighbors for 2.5
Yeah,
quarters.
he had Wandale. Wandale's gone. Guess where he's at? He's with Cam Ward.
Yeah, but Dart was doing stuff with his legs that Cam Ward doesn't do.
The whole Neighbors thing is the shadow realm thing for me. Because with Neighbors there, it definitely makes them all better. It's
we look like a
not having him there.
Where you got Alexi
like,
telling me that if he's not going to be ready by November, sit him down the whole year.
Yeah,
but if he's not there, who's the one week?
And that's crazy for you to agree because we were on different paths last year when we talked about Dart and like sitting him down.
Right.
They're not going to throw Malachi Fields out there like that. He won't be the one though.
You traded up to get him. You got to have him out there. Who's going to be the one? Somebody will turn into it because there is no true one out there right now. It's definitely not slippery hand Slayton. Definitely not him.
He's gonna be getting all the reps.
I mean, yeah, he'll get reps. He won't be the one. He definitely won't be the one.
Getting halfback passes like crazy.
He was a wide receiver in high school. He played wide receiver in college. The guy can catch.
You're gonna have running back sets with
Scott and Tracy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe it's likely.
Both those guys, if as long as they stay healthy, will get 1,000 rushing yards.
I do like right now at the moment. I do like Cam Ward's weapons more than Jackson Dart's because Malik's not on the field. Malik's on the field. I'm taking Jackson Dart all day.
Well, yeah, I mean, Malik Neighbors is better than any wide receiver that the Titans have, in my opinion. But
and I also think Carnell Tate might be there for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Right. Yeah, I can see
because it doesn't look like Mendoza's going to start the year. Normally they give it to the rookie because the rookie flashed
the quarterback.
Yeah, and Love's got.
Thing is,
James Conner is still in Arizona,
right?
Like we still have Calvin Ridley and just signed Wando Robinson.
Jeremiah
so I don't know
about
Carnell Tate like going insane. Like I think that Cam's just gonna spread the ball around. Like we saw him get, DK and Ayo Manor involved every single week.
I think offensive player of the year is gonna come down to Ward or Tyson.
I pump the brakes on the Tate mania, because I feel like I think he could be good, but I feel like Ward is going to use everybody in that offense.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, really doesn't stay healthy. He's known for missing games every year for the last, 3 years. Ayo Manor is not Tate athletically.
Nope.
But there's a lot of mouths to feed. That's what I'm saying. You can run down the list. There's 5 wide receivers that we have. We have Ayo Manor. We have DK.
There's names there, but do you have to feed them? You don't really have to feed them.
Brian Dable,
Tate and Wandale Robinson, I think, are going to be the leading wide receivers on that team this year.
Yep.
I mean, I'd
if
love
Ridley
to see
stays healthy all year, then
Calvin Ridley's going to be the veteran presence.
Yeah,
I don't see them force feeding Tate because he's Carnell Tate.
No, I don't think they'll force. I think Ward is smart enough to not force feed anybody.
But I do think Brian Dable's going to make a lot of game plans, finding ways to get the ball to him.
Yeah,
don't be surprised. Like
Dable at OC literally is a game changer, bro.
I think
we don't have to worry about the whole team.
When he got
we see a lot of Wandale.
He schemed ways for Neighbors to get the ball.
Right.
We see a lot of Wandale, and we see a good amount of Gunnar Helm, which is not going to be sexy, but it's like the tight end usage. I feel like is just going to play a big part in
it'll be there.
how we move the football. And look, guys. Can't believe I'm saying this right now, but don't be shocked if Tony Pollard goes out there and puts up numbers this year.
Tony Pollard.
I'm just saying it's not sexy at
all. Singleton will win that
sexy.
Backfield job by week 6 or 8.
Singleton?
Yes.
Win the job?
Win the job. Tajay Spears proved that he can't handle a workload. He is not an alpha running back. Injury. And Tony Pollard is stealing money.
Tajay Spears is always
literally stealing money.
Tajay Spears is always going to share the rock.
If Singleton gets the job, I'm just going to smile even more at all you guys. What are you going to get with them second round picks?
I got Singleton and DOA, so I'm waiting for that day to happen. But I feel like Tony Pollard having a good year is just going to make me wait 1 year longer than I'd like to.
I don't think winning a running back job is very difficult, considering that, again, Tony Pollard is not what he was in Dallas, and Spears just proved that he can't handle a big workload. He just gets hurt all the time.
I know Shador fans probably hate me right now for putting them in the last tier.
Did you say that last year already?
Mm-hmm. Watson, Sanders, Brissett, Cousins.
I'll give you my last
tier. You know?
My tier, I only did 4 tiers. So my tier 4 was Daniel Jones, Tyler Sugg, Aaron Rodgers, Geno Smith, Jacoby Brissett, JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, Justin Fields, Kyler Murray, and I didn't add Malik Willis. I kind of forgot about him, but you can put him down there too.
Malik, who's he throwing the ball to, bro?
Yeah, but he's going to be a guy that I think runs the ball a lot, so he's going to put up.
You want to talk about garbage time?
Yeah, and that's another
team. Yo, if Devin Achane's healthy, Devin Achane's going to have 1,000 yards receiving.
He might
1,000 yards rushing.
We're talking about 5 to 6 catches a game.
Yeah, some people are saying that they probably shouldn't run him into the ground this year, but at the same time, they don't have any other option.
So well, it's a perception, man, or I should say perspective. Like some people are like, oh, I'm not drafting A-Chain this year because this and this, but that could be the same reason why you would draft A-Chain because of this, and this. Because where else are they going to go?
Who knows? Maybe they surprise us, and he has it. I'm not saying they're winning games, but maybe they have some type of production. Maybe they don't score touchdowns, but they move the ball.
Some people write teams off every year. People are expecting that. People think that they're going to move the ball. People are actually
if they can move. Listen. If they can move the ball and, score, who cares what they score? But some of these receivers get like average 15 to 18 points a game.
They're going to score points, but it's going to be, empty calories.
As we like to say, and that's
because it's going to come in the fourth quarter because, again, garbage.
I don't care what any Dolphins
we don't know
fan
who's getting
says.
the ball.
Right. We know Malik Willis is either throwing or running it, and we know A-Chain is probably going to be on the other end.
And Malik's going to throw it deep a lot.
Yeah, if he's not dumping in the A-Chain, he's going to throw the ball 25 yards down the field.
And at the end of the day, where the Dolphins fans went, oh, but we just signed him to all this money. Dude, it's essentially a 2-year deal. He's not the future.
They're in the Manning running too.
All that money is a good reason not to run him into the ground.
Now, if he comes out and, he has this, how sometimes these teams have these magical seasons.
Right.
God forbid they did, and they lose out on Manning, and then the next year comes and he turns back into a toad.
Or they just extend Malik Willis. If they lose out on Manning, they just extend Malik Willis, and hopefully that he turns out.
But what if Willis turns into a toad like the following year after it's such a great year?
They already paid him.
That's the same problem that Houston's going to have when it's time to pay C.J. Stroud. It's like, who are you going to do? Not pay C.J. Stroud and go get Malik Willis? Because those are your options at that point. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're looking at.
What a terrible, terrible position to be in. And that is why that head coach is going to get fired, yo. That's going to end up being his demise, yo.
I don't think so.
If you ain't winning games in the playoffs and you attach your wagon to C.J. Stroud, you're done, bro. C.J. Stroud will be around longer.
Technically, the wagon hasn't been attached. They haven't paid him yet. If the team pays him and they start losing more games in the playoffs, then yes, I can see D'Amico getting fired.
He knows the truth. I see him watching C.J. Stroud play, bro. I watch his face.
It's frustrating for him. I know it is
because he's got the defense down pat.
Right.
We see maybe Stroud's ceiling his rookie year.
I saw 5 turnovers in 2 playoff games.
An average quarterback who can get his team to the playoffs with a good defense.
Right.
Because every playoff game, he's won the first round.
If he has a great
he's won the first round, but then the second round, he gets smoked every year in the second round.
10 turnovers in 2 playoff games.
Right. That's what it was.
D'Amico Ryan just sitting on the sideline.
If the Steelers had a better offense, they would have beat the Texans that
year. If he has a modest or great year this year, the Houston is going to have one of the most – it's going to be a very pivotal decision for them this year. Because, again, if you don't pay C.J. Stroud, who are you going after?
They got to go 8-9 or something. They got to have that excuse.
They need an excuse.
They control him
until that excuse to let him walk.
So they got him this year.
They're too stupid and talented to not win games.
But as long as they win 8 games or less, D'Amico Ryan could be like, you know what? F it. Just let him walk. Go pick up Malik for a cheaper price and let me try and work with Malik or something like that. That's going to be his.
Well, there's going to be another quarterback that could be available unless they tag him. Sounds like Baker might be they're not close to a deal.
That would be
would the Bucs tag him?
I don't think so.
Anyway, the Texans did do the 5-year option. They did the 5th-year option on him, so they own him till the end of the 2027 season.
Oh, that's good for D'Amico Ryans then, honestly. Because again, they're not.
You don't have to make
They're
that
still
decision,
not
right?
technically. They're not isn't tied yet with CJ Stroud, which means you don't have to. You can give D'Amico time to figure it out. You still give him time to figure. You fired D'Amico Ryans going into CJ Stroud's 5th year.
This is
You're doing your organization a disservice.
They had time to get rid of him.
CJ
Right.
Stroud and the Texans are
Right,
reportedly
so-
not even close on a contract extension.
Good. They shouldn't be.
This was reported on Sleeper a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't be. I'll still argue the fact that again, you let CJ Stroud walk. Who do you go after? Like, it's the same thing that like radio hosts like to say to people who call up the shows. Like, yeah, you want to get rid of Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone, but who do you replace them with? I don't know, bro, but I'm tired of seeing these guys' faces every fucking year. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Boone ain't going nowhere. They gave him that big ass extension, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, bro. Him and his numbers can go kick rocks for all I care. Honestly.
I think if we don't beat the Guardians in the ALCS, they fire him.
Bro, we cannot lose
I
to
think
the
that- I
effing
think they
Guardians
fire
or Blue Jays in any kind of series.
Well, the fact that we beat the Guardians in that ALCS and got to the World Series is what got him paid. I said it then, and that's just what it is. You got us to a World Series. You know what I mean? It's good.
How does Brian Cashman still have a job?
I don't know, bro. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
I don't know.
And I don't know baseball GMs and the intricacies and
I don't even know when Aaron Judge is coming back.
I don't think he does, bro. Honestly, I don't even think he does. Really, like
This might be Cody Bellinger's team.
he's another
for the
one,
rest
bro,
of the
that-
year.
That just makes me so angry.
Belly, you're
bro.
right. Belly, the All-Star MVP.
It's like, how do you? It's like he's literally the best baseball player that most people has ever seen play the game of baseball, and the guy just either completely disappears come playoff time, or sometimes he's just not even there because he's hurt. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
There's no
here,
timetable
dude?
for him to come back.
Right?
That's how I feel when I watch the Phillies get to the playoffs.
No, it's not the same. It's
Schwarber,
not the same.
Harper just go quiet. And I just sit there going, what the hell?
1 year Judge hit 215 in the playoffs. Like that shit was disgusting. And I think he hit 60 home runs that year. It's like, how are you the AL MVP? You hit 62 home runs.
It doesn't feel like either
You
team
hit
really
250.
fixed, like neither team really fixed their problem. Both franchises,
Ooh.
with regards to the Yanks, I think we're getting to the point with Boone where the Knicks got with Thibodeau. Somebody else is going to inherit. Somebody else is going to get all the credit.
Coming off of a Knicks championship now, that's something that I can
live with.
That's something I
You
can
guys
live with.
wanted Boone going for a while.
You know what's crazy
Yeah,
though?
I have. Yeah.
In the American League, there's not many teams that are really fucking with us still, even with our problem. This is the June.
I mean, that just shows how bad the American League is.
Yeah.
Because I think the Yankees suck.
because when it comes down to actually getting in a steel cage with us, which is the playoffs, most of those teams aren't going to be able to beat us.
They shouldn't
Which
be
is
able to.
it breaks my heart to
Yeah.
know this.
Yeah.
This version of us is still better than most of the competition on our side.
That's just, and which is why there's
We
a
just
cap
play with
coming,
our food.
which is why we're not going to have a baseball season next year.
Yeah.
And
Your
which is
dad
why
said he
there's-
heard that Judge might not be back till August 15th.
I think it's going to be
I'm
later.
surprised there's a date.
So if let's say that was the date,
I'm
right?
surprised there's a date.
That means he needs to be working out now because he needs like 3 weeks. Any baseball player of his caliber needs like 3 weeks to ramp
What's wrong
up.
with him?
Ribs or something?
I think it was like a cracked rib or something with the shoulder. I don't know.
Shit.
Dad, if you recall what the injury is, let
He
me
was
know.
playing
again,
hurt.
Let us know.
through it or
But-
something.
Right, he was playing
Yo,
through
remember
it
when Sammy Sosa sneezed one day in batting practice
and like
and missed like 3? This was like mid 04 or 05, I think.
yes, I know what you mean.
And he
I
missed
remember
like
that.
5 games because of he hurt his back. Who the
It's
hell
it's like
does that?
Yeah, he like strained and like it was like a
Yeah.
cramp, like a spasm, like a crazy spasm he caught. Yeah, I remember.
Bro,
that
yesterday,
story.
Caminero getting hit by a ball.
In the
I'm
All-Star
like,
game.
yo,
Yeah, that was
like,
wild. That was
and then I see Day to Day show up on Yahoo. I was like, bro, are you kidding me?
But to kind of harp back to that date, if that was a date, he need 3 to 4 weeks just trying to like to train and ramp up to get ready for that August 15th date. And from what I understand, he hasn't even been told like, all right, no, like he's not practicing, he's not throwing, he's not swinging, like nothing as of right now, as of July 15th, he's not doing that stuff.
He's not.
So I don't
Excuse
think
me, I gotta terminate real quick.
I don't think that I don't think that Aaron Judge will be ready by August 15th. If we're lucky, we see him late August, early September. But again, there's been no word that the guy is anywhere near ready to start playing with us. So I don't see it happening.
Stanton's still out. It's
Stanton's still out. Chisholm's still making bonehead plays. You know, Belly shows up when he can, but he's not consistent. We're relying on guys
stress
like
fracture a rib. Ooh,
yeah, like that's not. That? I don't know, but that's not easy to bounce back from.
It's Rice and Belly right now.
It's Rice and Belly, and Rice is doing everything he can, but he's still green. You know what I mean? Like he's
hitting though.
No, he's
hitting.
Hey,
Ben Rice, thanks for the 7 home runs, bud. Thanks for cooking my my home run bet.
Yeah,
my derby winner. I was like, because sometimes though the person you least expect wins the home run derby.
Nobody expected Rice to win.
So I looked at Ben Rice and I looked at his odds and I was like, damn, this is nice.
Freaking Chris was like, yeah, I knew he was
$5 for $60.
Jordan effing Walker, bro.
And I faded him off everything. And
that's only because of stupid magenta ball.
I think I looked over Walker's name like.
And then the National League follows that up by.
I thought about Walker
getting shut out in the All-Star game, 4-0 to the American League.
That's horrible.
The home run derby was more exciting.
It was.
It was more compelling.
Yeah. This is the first time that I actually took the time to tune in, and I don't think I'll mind missing.
I haven't watched an All-Star game in years because
it's just not the same.
Ever since they ended it on a tie, I
will say that I was hyped for my cousin though, because he was there in the flesh with his boy Walt.
My niece and her fiance were there too.
Nice, yeah, that's really cool, man. That people like that were able to experience that.
And Augie at work,
he went.
Augie wasn't at the All-Star game; he was at the home run derby.
Oh, that's freaking awesome!
I think they did a great job with the presentation.
And I think Nick's dad had tickets to the home run derby game too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like they did the whole presentation with the Sandlot thing and the fireworks and like the whole.
That's what I heard.
The presentation was good. They did a great job, but
everything around the game was awesome.
Yeah, the game itself was boring, but the build-up and the storytelling and showing the history and the video montages of the history, they did a really good job of that.
Even Jerry Recco said the hour of whatever live time that they gave people before the game, like Barry Bonds talking to different people and Derek Jeter, DJs talking to people.
Like if you weren't planning,
it was really good.
If you weren't planning to watch it and then you just were flicking through and you saw that happening, it would make you be like, all right, I'm gonna watch this tonight.
Right.
They definitely. I mean, it sounds like it was a lot better than everything that went down in the UFC card this past weekend. That was
I'll tell you what, I watched almost every fight with Matt, and I felt like every fight was a banger except for the McGregor fight.
Except for the main event.
Yeah, bro.
He got hurt beforehand, and he didn't tell nobody.
I mean, some people were saying I heard
to him for not using it as an excuse.
Right, and even when he
some
did
fighters
himself,
would have been like,
he got back up and he actually still tried to fight. He still tried to kick and everything like that.
Kudos to him. He knows he misses out on a payday. You don't want to get embarrassed.
That boy got paid $30 million to tear his ACL.
No, not $20 million. He would have gotten 30 if he won it.
Oh, okay.
The whole card wasn't bad.
He was getting new imaging done this week during break. I see Judge back beginning of September, just in time to warm up before playoffs. I mean, we'll see, bro. But is he even gonna get on a heater during the playoffs? Like,
and shout out to my boy Zach Wheeler telling the MLB I will not be your fifth option.
Told him to shove it. Good for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah.
My man said I'm 9 and I think he's 10-1.
10-1, yeah.
10-1, and he's thrown what? 25 strikeouts in his last 2 starts.
He
basically stuck the finger to him and said, "Oh, now you want me?"
Right?
We ain't getting baseball next year.
I don't think we are, bro. I'm a
this
firm
shit
believer
feels so far apart.
Next summer is gonna be so long.
It's
for
gonna
us,
be a long summer.
It is because literally Sandlot literally gets me through the summer as far as like
you don't have to invest
not having to think. I don't know what to do.
We're gonna have to invest.
So we're gonna start fantasy soccer. We're gonna do fantasy soccer.
Office Olympics.
From scratch.
Office Olympics.
Flunkerton, bro.
We're gonna have card wasn't these. Watch how many yelling to Holloway to fight as he was laying on his back. Yeah, no, he was. I seen that, bro. He was like, "F it, let's go. I'll fight you with a torn ACL." Holloway was looking at the ref like, "Should I keep doing this or should I back up?" Like
Holloway was trying to make sure the ref stopped it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go to the ground because what if McGregor could have gotten kept it on the ground and did something?
Right.
UFC booking committee is like, all right, what's our next event?
And apparently he's owed the
what's our
UFC like
next
2
main
fights or
event?
one more fight or something like that. But he's not gonna fight now for what? At least another 12 months.
Like,
So,
what's our main event going to be for this next one? You know?
it's got to be Holloway McGregor again.
I'm spending my.
He's
summer
ready to come
Puerto
back and
Rico
say they need that
betting
rematch.
on cockfights. Pause. It is legal over there.
This year, I had the World Cup
Except
to fall
for
back
wherever Edwin
on.
Diaz was doing it.
Like, there ain't going to be a World Cup for 4 years.
Bro.
Well, not a men's.
They're
one,
loading
the
trucks
next, I
tonight.
think next year,
Right?
I think it's 2 years for the men's, but next year the women's World Cup.
They were loading trucks, and all of a sudden I'm hearing, while they're loading, I hear someone's phone, and like, I'm like, what the hell? They were listening to the freaking game on their phone while they're trying to hurry up and get done.
That was a good ass game today. That was crazy.
Yeah, I heard Argentina won. That must have been fire.
They didn't score until the 85th minute of the game. They were down 1-0 the whole game to England, and then they scored 2 goals in like 10 minutes. They were going crazy out there.
That is
like,
so wild.
The Argentinians were crying. Like, it was, the English were crying. It was complete mayhem, dog. Like, I was like, yo, this is
British
crazy.
are coming. The British are coming.
When you watch a team that's been up the entire game, and you're just watching, you're going through, okay, they're gonna close this out, and all of a sudden the other team does something where it's like they didn't just steal momentum, they took it and they beat them over the head.
I wish it wasn't so hard for me to like soccer, man, because those people go so hard for their soccer teams, dude.
That's why I like this, because it's just the energy's different. It's like nations just
going at it.
This is it. This is like us. We're spoiled. We have football season. We have basketball season. We have a baseball season. They have this.
Right.
Soccer is the game. It is their NFL.
I get it, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get it, man. But to win like that, and there was a few games like that in this World Cup, right? Where teams were just winning in the last 5-10 minutes of the game. And
I can also see why FIFA gets such a bad rap, because shit's corrupt. Shit is, like, I'm watching these games and seeing some of these calls. Look, I don't pretend to be a soccer expert. I watch this shit every 4 years when it's the World Cup. But there's shit I see on the field and the reaction of the players and the people where it's like, I just saw some shit. It's not just you complaining about some shit. It's like you are keeping a team alive with that whistle. It might be because it's a little bit easier to manipulate the game for those referees. I don't know. Maybe. Similar to how basketball, where you can kind of just stop the game and award a team free throws. You know what I mean? Like, where you could just manipulate shit in a certain way where you might not be able to do in other games.
RJ Kern said, I sold over 200 coronas in the first week of World Cup. That sounds crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I can't watch everyday soccer, but World Cup is different, man. Playing for your country.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Olympics.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
the Scottish team drank all the beer in Fenway. Like, they cleared them out.
There was a bar that in Boston that said what they make in like 6 months, they made in 3 days when Scotland was in town.
Like, hosting all these games out in America changed the game for a lot of people in that area. Like,
they couldn't. There were certain beers that they just ran out of. They couldn't get no more beers of a certain brand because the Scottish were just out there hammering them things. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Like, we think we're wild for starting to drink on football Sunday at 11:30 or 12, but like by then they're blitzed.
Yeah, no, that's
too late for them.
Yeah,
like
what do you mean? Catch up.
Like,
no, that's wild. That's wild. That is wild, man.
Definitely gonna miss having that as like another option besides baseball, though, because it's been fun, and we got football like around the corner, which is gonna be exciting. I'll have the preseason games for football on, but I'm not avidly watching preseason football.
Yeah, it's just not me neither, man.
Compelling television for me.
There might be a rookie or two that I'm interested in paying attention to, depending on the team that's playing.
You watch for certain reasons like that.
But there's not, and depending on the rookie, like if he's a highly touted rookie, then he probably won't even get that much playing time. You know what I mean? It's
taxi squad.
You're looking at day 2 and day 3 guys come preseason games and stuff like that. So I get it, man.
It's like that Saturday of the draft.
I would like to actually take the kids to a preseason game, because I know it's not as rowdy as at the stadiums as it would be during a regular season game.
Everybody's chilling.
So, it's a super chill time, honestly.
Different energy.
Even the tickets are super cheap, dude. I got 50-yard line tickets at a Giants preseason game for like I don't know, $75 or something like that.
You're going to be in the house week 1, MetLife.
Yes.
Cowboys,
yes,
Giants.
you are.
Can't wait. Me and Noli.
Massive NFC East showdown.
Sunday
week 1.
nighter. It'll be the first time me and him attend a week 1 game. It'll be the second time that me and him go back to MetLife for the Cowboys versus Giants.
I'll be on my recliner by that time for Sunday night football.
Noli is uber confident that the Cowboys are going to beat the Giants, and rightfully so, because we haven't really beat them the way we should.
John Harbaugh says the Giants plan to use Jackson and Dart similar to how he used Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I've been reading that. Yeah, stay tuned and witness history this year, fellas. It's going to happen. As long as my boy stays healthy, Noli got another thing coming week 1. Okay,
week 1 victory for the G-men.
Week 1 victory, victorious for the Giants. It's gonna happen. It's not even gonna be a long ride home because me and him get to go back to the hotel and drink about it, and drink and talk about it.
That's nice.
He might want to take it down early, but I'm not. I'm gonna stay up, drink my drinks, smokes my smokes, and have a good time. When I get home, I'm putting on a Knicks jersey just for him.
We're gonna be breaking down week 1 soon. We're gonna be breaking down the division soon. Breaking all that stuff down.
But in 2 weeks, right? 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
like
I mean, this is it. Like the tiers are like one of the last things before we get into the divisional breakdowns. So that's why a lot of times with these tiers we throw in the fantasy implications because it's like we're doing it all in one shot, and then we take those podcasts in August and break them down, 5 episodes each week, a different division, leading to our official playoff predictions, which I'm going to try to be a little bit more clean with this year and try not to overlook as many teams as I did. But it's like, I
want to really write it down this year and map out my my playoff brackets, because I didn't really do that last year. I just kind of like winged it. And then I think I just gave you guys like Super Bowl predictions and stuff like that.
Give our picks.
But this year I definitely want to break it down properly. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I guess that's the first time that it's really going to show me is like who do I really think the best teams are, which is kind of what happened last year. Because again, I detached myself from the football talk for a couple months on purpose, just so that when
I remember thinking that Seattle was going to come in 3rd place in their division last year.
Yeah,
so
we didn't think the Cardinals were going to be shit.
Yeah,
we were right.
Yeah, we were right about that. You know what I mean? But it's hard to.
I picked the Rams to win the division, and the Seahawks did.
Yeah.
And I also said the 49ers will win 13 games.
It's a tough division to call, man.
And they won what, 12?
Yeah, they were right behind Seattle. They just couldn't beat Seattle.
Preseason games are fun. In person, I will say they are fun, man. Honestly, especially if you go early to the stadium. Watching from home preseason games, they can get a little bit. I get super distracted watching preseason.
It's just all in the background, just for the sake of having football on, and just the feeling.
I watch my team because I want to see the players.
I definitely go out of my way to watch a Giants preseason game, but other than that, I mean,
I'm not tuned into every single play.
Steelers games are 7:00 all this year.
Ryan Garcia, Connor Benn, September 12th. That should be a good fight, boxing. Yeah, that should be
the day before the season opens.
Yeah.
Talking about players that haven't arrived yet. The first team All-Pro Super Bowl champ. Yeah, I saw that they posted something about the exchange that the 2 of them had back and forth. Baker's a shit talker, man. Like Baker, wherever he went, he was talking shit on the field.
Yeah,
it's in college, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing of planting the flag in the middle of the
Browns blamed
field,
all their problems on Baker, and they still haven't fixed themselves.
Yeah. Baker's earned the right to say pretty much almost anything he wants at this point. So,
Bucks are perennial
and
NFC
honestly,
South champs.
That first team All-Pro Super Bowl champ stuff, phooey. Phooey. You know what I mean, RJ? Phooey.
I mean, Baker, his career was pretty much dead. And
you know what I say to that, RJ? Do it again. That's what I say. Yeah. It's probably not going to happen, though.
I give me
Tell Quinyon to lift that shit up because probably won't happen again.
And Quinyon, great player, but Baker, he brought himself back.
He's solid, man.
Like
he's solid.
He brought himself back from the dead. You know,
right?
You started believing some of that.
He
shit
counted
that was
himself in when everybody counted himself out. So,
and you're part of a team that is, just like the Eagles, you're competing for a division championship.
He said, "Oh, let me crack my neck, crack your fingers too." type fast.
Bucks gonna be competing for a chip. Eagles gonna be competing for a divisional chip. We're gonna be competing for championships soon enough with draft season around the corner.
Yep, that's right.
It's all coming full circle. Enjoy this break now because pretty soon it flies
when
by.
the football season, when fantasy season and football season comes to an end, you're just
immersed in that shit.
Yeah.
When it's happening,
it's so sad because the weeks feel like they go by so quickly. We wait so long. It feels like we wait so long for football to come back around.
You can't hold it in your hands.
And honestly, every other sport doesn't give me the same feeling. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you agree, but like basketball will be here again before we know it.
Because you only get 17 weeks, bro. Your team only gets 17 weeks. It's not like
and some teams don't even. The Jets don't get 17 weeks. Most Jets fans are out of it by week 4. They're completely checked out by week 4.
Yeah, they are.
So I mean.
I hope the Titans don't check me
out. Well, tell Q that he's going to be allowing 2 TDs to Jackson Dart this year. Okay, let him know that.
We got the Jets week 1. Saw a lot of revenge game.
Oh my God! Him and Dayball are going to run rough shot on the Jets.
I really hope they go out there and stunt on them boys.
Have you looked at that spread? I want to bet the spread on the Titans.
I haven't.
I know it's probably a little too early to look at it, but
I'll take it. But in the next couple
I might take you guys minus 10, whatever it is. You guys might be. I'll say that the Titans are favored by 5.5.
I'll say like 4.5, but I'll take it though.
What's the point, right? It's only a point. I'll take you guys minus 10. Easily.
Ladder it up to 10.
Easily.
Yikes.
Jets fans are already checked out today. They probably are
right now,
honestly.
As we speak.
Honestly, RJ, there have been fans calling the station because I listen most mornings, and these guys are already. They want Arch Manning. They're already expecting that they can see Arch Manning in a Jets jersey as we speak right now. So
they're just delusional.
They're just delusional. They don't know if they want to win or lose, and they already can see Arch Manning in a Jets jersey.
The Jets fans are closing their eyes, imagining themselves.
Little do they know he's a Manning, and these guys pick where they want to go.
Yeah, they must not have seen the footage.
If Big Arch ain't feeling that shit, then he'll be like, he's not playing there.
So he could end up on the Saints. Tyler Shuck ain't for sure.
That would be wild. That would be wild.
Like, ain't nothing for sure, bro.
You imagine if Shuck actually plays good though, and they don't win enough games, and they're probably in the Manning.
You gotta move on.
You gotta move on. They'll move on.
You gotta move on.
They'll move on.
We've seen teams do it. Just moving on too fast.
Arch looking for his next year of eligibility.
He's gonna be like this, dude.
Fucking what, 25, 26.
He's gonna be like
playing college ball.
Or what was the guy's Dansby or whatever the heck? That got told no, he can't. They're not doing a supplemental.
Look at this. We're talking tiers, and now we have a fantasy tiers list.
Oh shit!
That I'm looking at right now. Just run through it real quick. Tier 1 league winners: Puka, Jamar Chase. Tier 2 elite wide receiver 1s: JSN, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. Tier 3 high-end wide receiver 1s: Drake London, Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Rashee Rice. Tier 4 low-end wide receiver 1s, high-end wide receiver 2s: Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Tedrod McMillan, T. Higgins. And then the breakout value wide receiver 2s list is Emeka Egbuka, Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams, Ladd McConkey, and Cardell Tate. So I know that probably in the next couple of weeks we'll be discussing wide receivers. Maybe I'm about to save this so that we can pull this back up. Maybe for next week's pod.
That would be interesting.
Do a little reconnaissance here. Save that. I like it. That's a fantasy base.
Hot take: JSN will drop off this year. Yeah, dude. You are. I mean, that is a hot take for sure.
If he were to drop off, that means there would need to be a drop off from Darnold.
Yeah.
That means that the quarterback can't get him the ball.
Right. And I just don't see that being the case.
I
don't see that being the case. JSN was already a guy, when just coming into his rookie year, we all know that he was a guy. Like, he was that guy.
And unlike a lot of other wide receivers, you don't have any drama or nothing.
Right. He's not a diva.
Yeah, he's young.
He just got paid. For now, but I don't see him being like that, man.
Some of these wide receivers,
JSN, is he Larry Fitzgerald on the field? No. But his vibe, his personality, he reminds me of Larry Fitzgerald. He carries himself like a Larry Fitzgerald, right?
Which is good.
I kind of respect that in him. Yeah, he's gonna go out.
He's
He's gonna go out in the field and he's gonna clock in and do the best job that he can
and be relevant for a long time.
And be relevant.
Fitzgerald, like at the tail end of his career, now we're watching him like go for records. You know what I mean?
I'm
like
talking to
wide
Saquon
receiver
drop off. He would be productive, but not what he did.
Well,
I mean, maybe you should have specified that first, but still,
Saquon, it's going to be hard to duplicate 2000, right?
I think when I was just going to say that, I was like,
and you've got
comparing Saquon, like what Saquon did last year was a normal running back year. Like you can't. Saquon's not going to give you 2,000 yards every year, bro. He's not even going to give you 17. You were lucky that he's been healthy the last 2 years. Eagles fans act like he's just going to stay healthy because he's in a green jersey all of a sudden.
To me
that's not the case here, dude.
Which to me makes what Derrick Henry does year in, year out even crazy.
Oh, no. He is literally the outlier.
His drop-off numbers.
We see running backs drop like flies every single year, regardless of who their name is.
Derrick Henry
what the name is.
1,600.
You know what I'm saying? Derrick Henry is the outlier.
He'll give you 1,600 and you're like, slow year.
Must another off year for Derrick.
And he'll miss games.
Now's the time that what if he does that this year, like he's gonna prove a lot of people wrong.
Oh my god, he does another 1,600 yards this year. It's like when exactly. When can we stop drafting this guy?
And when you look at how that team's built, how are they not gonna give him the ball?
Right.
Who was his competition? Justice Hill? He's gonna take touches away from that man.
Yeah, no. I mean,
it's
and again,
ball.
So if you're talking a Saquon drop off because Saquon wasn't a great year for him last year or wasn't 2,000 yards by your standard or whatever, then JSN's still gonna be fine, bro. He's gonna be fine. Yeah, Derrick Henry high school highlights are the best. Yeah, I mean the dude was a man amongst boys, bro.
Sometimes he still looks like that.
No, yeah, it's true. He literally looks like he looks like a monster amongst men.
Like what he did to the Packers, but they clearly just were not interested in tackling him. It's like, okay, we get it. Like,
right, yeah. Right. Relax. We didn't mean it. But,
he's already dead.
Yeah, now JSN ain't dropping off, man. I think that guy goes for at least 1,100 yards. At least 1,100. He's gonna have 100 plus receptions, over 140 targets, and he'll have at least 1,100 yards.
Any JSN drop off will be directly correlated to
the quarterback
play,
to the quarterback,
and maybe the Super Bowl hangover, just getting everybody in one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that the Super Bowl hangover can't happen to them. Can it happen? Yeah, 100% it can happen.
How many Sundays? He'll be 32 years old this year.
How many Sundays?
Henry? That's crazy.
How many Sundays do we sit here and say, how is this team losing again?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we say it every week.
There's a couple teams like that. Oscar. Don't be like that. You were a made kick away from losing to them too.
We were a missed extra point from them not getting a chance to tie.
And I feel like this year that division is going to come down to the same thing. Sunday Night Football.
Some goofy shit.
Week 18, Sunday Night Football.
Hopefully not. Hopefully there's like an Eagles-Dallas game that's more like that comes down to that because they'll pick Eagles-Dallas over us.
Right.
I don't know. It wasn't a bad fourth quarter in your game. The intensity level definitely revved up.
It was high.
They were cashing parlays and everything. It was the last time the Steelers cashed your parlay. That shit. It turned out to be a good finish because it just, it was nice. They're playing for the. It comes down to if they're actually playing for the division championship. If everybody else is locked in, then you know how it is. They're going to give you the trash 1 p.m. slate of teams that are eliminated. You get the 4 p.m. slate of the teams that are jockeying for position, and then whatever the Sunday Night Football game is a division championship.
Yeah.
Right. Where win and get in type shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how the pattern has been the last couple of years. Hopefully it's not on Paramount or some stupid shit. Just put it on a regular channel so that I can just watch it on. I don't want to have to log into Netflix.
I'm not.
Crap,
anything I gotta pay for. I'm
Fox,
not doing it.
CBS, bro, like a normal. Just
please.
put it on a football channel.
Yeah, I understand the world is trying to gear towards this whole.
Shouldn't have to explain this to you.
Yeah,
listen, we had it so much better back in the day. We don't even realize it.
Whoever's playing on Black Friday, guess what? I'm not going to watch it because it's at 3:00 p.m. I'll be getting ready for work.
I'll be at Ace picking somebody's order. So
who you putting this game on for? At 3 p.m.
Oh, that's right.
You guys play Black Friday?
He does.
Oh, then I'm not missing much. That's all right.
It's Steelers Broncos in Pittsburgh.
Well, I'll have my phone really loud, man. I might even bring my JBL speaker with me. I'll ask Alex to stay late that day so we can watch the game. Alex gonna be like, "Dog, I'm out. I'm out, dog. I gotta go watch Anthony, dog."
So what tiers are you running next week, Oscar?
Let's do running backs next week. Yeah, running backs.
Man, there's a lot
And then
to
the
talk
following
about
week, you said wide receiver and tight end, right?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Wide receiver, tight end together because there's not many tight ends you're gonna really.
Nah, yeah. There's like,
I mean, this
Three
could be
tiers
this could
of
be a
tight
year
ends.
that a couple
Look
tight
at
ends.
Mr. Optimistic.
No, so
Tucker Kraft coming back from injury. You know what I mean? Like I'm not not talking about like the tight ends we know about already,
Colston
but there's
Loveland.
potentially like guys that
Colston Loveland could
So-
finish with top 5 tight end
for
production.
years we would say if you don't get the 3 top tight ends in your draft, you're better off waiting because you can just kind of get somebody towards the back end of your draft. This year, I feel like there's like actually 7 to 10 guys that you can draft and look at and be like, these guys can make it into the top 10.
this guy can compete
Yeah.
on
I can agree
Sunday.
with that.
Yeah.
He can think about it. We Brock Bowers missed some action last year. Like
Right.
Brock Bowers wasn't there every single week. He was hurt.
Yeah.
You know, that throws that conversation for a wrench. You can't rank them when
He's
they're
still
not there.
a tier 1 guy, but at the same time,
I mean, he's
he's a little fringy because is he going to stay healthy? What is he going to look like with Mendoza? Is Kirk Cousins going to get the start? Kyle Pitts looked good when Kirk Cousins started, but again, is Kirk Cousins playing
Kyle
football?
Pitts starts all.
I think Bowers is going.
Kyle
I think
Pitts
he's
is
on
still
it.
eating
No,
at
he
Alex.
should eat.
Anybody who starts at quarterback
No,
is smart enough to know you
They need
have
to get him the ball.
what nobody
They need to
else
get him the
has,
ball.
bro.
Yep.
Use them, and especially because they don't have like who's their alpha wide receiver that's gonna even take targets from
No,
him.
yeah,
They don't have that.
that guy yet.
He
They
is
don't have
that.
Yeah.
You know, so he's that built in one. Even with the Cardinals, McBride has to deal with a Michael Wilson and a Marvin when he feels like doing something, but
Hey, Marvin's another
Bowers
one,
doesn't
man.
have that issue.
Right.
Josh Beck, like who's out there? Like
I mean, I like Beck in college, not for nothing. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but he's not an alpha.
it ain't it's not the
To me,
same
he doesn't seem
conversation.
like one, so.
It's like you know what? Like go out there and draft those guys that just inherit targets out of thin air.
Right.
And he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
So you want to go get Bowers in the back end of the first or the second? Who cares, bro?
Right.
Who cares what anybody says? Who cares about how anybody else is grading your shit? Go out there and win your league. Rub it in their face after.
100% agree, my
Like
man.
you let me do this. You know?
100% agree.
Do it again.
Make it like it's their fault.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Do it again.
Man. Get ready for more football talk, man, because we're gearing up for it. We're excited for it. We're looking forward to it. And soon we're going to be seeing draft boards. And of course, as always, every single year, post your draft boards, bro. We love that
Yep,
shit.
post
Post
your
your draft boards in the
boards.
forum. Make it an open conversation.
That's
I
right.
hope
Big
nobody's
shot.
drafting
Don't be
teams
shy.
yet. That's sick because there's people who will.
Some of the fantasy pro guys have drafted teams already.
Yeah, they're doing like the
Yeah,
best ball stuff.
Yeah.
Dynasty startups are running amok right now.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like there's a
Dynasty,
lot of
that's
drafting
different.
going on.
Yeah, it's a little different.
There's a shit ton of drafting going on. They're doing drafts every night. They're
Yeah,
running.
stay
the show.
tuned. Stay locked in with us, man. These next 5, 6, 7 weeks are going to be awesome. We're going to talk
8
everything
Sundays
football. 8 Sundays left. I
Crazy
mean,
build-up.
we are locked in. We want you guys to be locked in with us. You know, like I said, stay locked in. Stay tuned in. Tune in every Wednesday. And we got your back, bro. We got your back.
Absolutely.
We got your back.
Woo. The tier list.
Thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight. We appreciate
The
y'all.
tier list continues. So next week's pod will be
Going
going
running
in
backs
depth with the running back
Running backs.
conversation.
The revitalization, the renaissance,
Is
the
it
revival.
the Renaissance? Have we reached that point? Is it truly that, or are we overvaluing them and overlooking potentially other positions? We'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll
find
see.
out.
We'll go through it together.